Hey, and Pestilly. Pestilly coming through with the he's excited and it's late. Mate, I know you're the king of, all this live streaming stuff, but some of us aren't very good at it. Yeah, so for those who are sort of involved, this is just going to be, it's the first time I've done this, just a live stream of any questions that you want answered. Like I'll always respond to messages like always through my Instagram page. But I feel like it's easier for me to just explain it to a group of people on here, and I can actually go through and expand because I'm a shit typer. And if you've ever read any of my stories, I'm like the worst speller in the world. And my grammar's horrific. I always get ads for like all those Grammarly and everything come up, and people like link me to it, like, hey man, you should do this. So yeah, let's I might actually give it a crack one day of more stuff like this, as well as some more interviews that I can live stream, and then I'll record it and send it to you if you want. So yeah, without to do, let's we'll get stuck in some questions. So I'm just going to go sort of chronologically down the list, pretty much. And if there's any problems with audio or video or anything, just post it up, because realistically, it may look like I have an idea what I'm doing, but I sort of have no idea. So Banjo Ziggy says, hey, Matt, my question is, how do you keep a sense of self going through your journey so publicly a lot of the time? Do you feel like you get enough downtime or time to reflect? Thanks and big love. Well, appreciate it and sending love back. Yeah, for sure. And to be honest, I don't lose a sense of self in being public. I'm a very open person. Anyway, anyone who knows me sort of personally knows that. And if anything, it almost makes me reflect on myself more and who I am being public, because I realize I'm going to be judged by a lot of people live. 10,000 people can see what I do, or the world can see it, but I have 10,000 followers. So it makes me reflect on, like, am I doing the right thing here? So I don't think I've lost a sense of self at all. There's still some things of course I keep personal, and that's just things that can affect other people, but things that directly affect me, I'm always open for. And as far as do I get downtime, I get heaps, especially with my treatment. You'll see that I have big gaps. I try and post every day on Instagram, but there's massive gaps always between posts. And that is me just taking some downtime. But I'm quite open that I'll say, look, I'm just going to take a weekend off Instagram or whatever and have downtime. Instagram's pretty quick. I just put up a post anyway. So yeah, I get as much downtime as I can and time to reflect. And with my treatment, I spend a lot of time in hospital or whatever as well. So that helps me reflect. Haley McCammon says, we know it's incurable with no timeline, but at what point do you choose to stop treatment so you can live without side effects of chemo, etc.? And then there's a second question: how do you mentally process that decision? And that's a really interesting one. And I've actually spoken before, and of course, it's everyone's personal journey with their treatment, what they choose to do. Of course, there's always an option of not actually having any treatment for cancers. Of course, treatment will prolong your life, but you have to put up with the treatment. The treatment is very invasive, and anyone who follows me can see how hard it actually can be. So I think, like, to be honest, I finished chemo in a month, and that makes 12 months of doing the drugs, but 13 months of being affected by the drugs, because I had a gap of a month in the middle. And that will be the end of chemo for me. If the doctors come back with, look, Willy, we want to do another 3-6 months, at least now that isn't an option for me. It's too hard on my body that I wouldn't do it. I've spoken before, if I was 65, 70 years old with this and knowing how hard chemo is on the body, that I wouldn't go through the treatment at all, because it is so hard. Of course, that's everyone's decision to make. But yeah, there is a point that I'll stop chemo at least, and that's within the next month, and then I'll look on to other possibilities as far as surgery or radiotherapy or immunotherapy and down the path. As far as mentally processing that, it's more physical. What am I how much time am I happy to give up feeling good when I feel shit for the amount of time it can give me? Now, with my disease, people tend to get, if they do chemo like I've done, they get a few more years. And I sort of figure, well, it's worth it in my case. It's worth that extra amount of time that I might get given for a bit of a for a bit of a shit. Look, chemo sucks. No one denies that. But if it can give you more time, look, it's worth it. And there's chemo works fantastically for some people, moderately for me, and shit outs for other people. There are some people who do chemo and it completely clears them up, or clears up remainders in conjunction with surgery. So it's worth it. And it's just something you need to make up your own mind. Amy writes, Tony Robbins talks about willpower sort of acting like a muscle. Would you agree with him on that statement? And if so, how have you developed it? I haven't actually seen this particular thing from Tony Robbins, but I agree with that 100%. Willpower is definitely like a muscle. Someone I'm more in tune with, I guess, or more educated on, is Professor Jordan Peterson, who has a book and a sort of TV series, a web series. He chats about exposing yourself to like high stress environments helps you then with high stress stuff in the future. And to put it like that, with willpower, I think the more times you fall back and rely on your own willpower, the more you actually will develop that and the stronger you become. If you think of, imagine you're a skydiver. The first time you jump out of a plane, you're going to be shitting yourself. And you look at a skydiver who's done 1,000 jumps, they have absolutely no fear at all to jump out of the plane. It's the same with anything. So definitely, the more you expose yourself to situations that scare you or that challenge you, and you need that willpower 100% in the future, the better you'll be. And doing stuff like this live stream definitely helps me, that in the future, I'll be a lot better at this stuff. And I'm just sort of like growing that muscle of exposing myself. The more you talk, the more comfortable you are in front of people, the better you'll be at it. And that's with everything in life. Fertility, one of my good mates. Yeah, I know I was late. I was going off my phone time, and that's slightly out. Andrew Ingram says, if you use Streamlabs, yeah, look, with that stuff, I'm going to have to get, well, I know Pestilli, he's all over this. I'm definitely going to get him to help out. Oldstyro7. Well, if you post your question again, I'll 100% answer it for you, mate. Bands of the Aussie Army. Willy, how are you? Me, I'm actually really well. If you're still listening, I'll post up how you are, mate. I'm well. I'm coming off chemo. You can sort of, if you hear my voice is a slightly little bit husky, that is sort of something I have off chemo. Not even my oncologist, anyone who's not over it, an oncologist is pretty much just a cancer doctor, really. I didn't actually know what one was, but he can't explain why I lose my voice in chemo. Andrew Ingram. Please don't chop the mo. Look, I sort of don't want to chop the mo. And it will be back, trust me. I talked about this last night with some people. The mo will definitely come back in the future. But I just sort of, once I finish chemo, I just sort of want to have a sort of clean slate. There's definitely things in my life that I'm going to change after that, as far as, how much like my physical activity sort of and what I do in life has changed through this chemo and hasn't really allowed me to do it, because I sort of live in 2-week bouts at the moment. So yeah, I just want to start sort of clean, get rid of the mo. But trust me, it'll be back. It's the mo is almost a bit of my brand. so I don't think or my brand or for charity anyway, but I think people won't recognise me without it. Yeah, I'm with Andrew. I love the mo. Lillian, what strategies do you use to be productive on days you lack motivation? How do you think the transition back into treatment-free lifestyle will go in regards to finding your feet? As far as lacking motivation, it can be very hard, and people have sort of what they deal with daily of how they struggle to find motivation, whether that's YouTube videos or Instagram pages you follow. If anyone's familiar with David Goggins, who is a long-distance runner, follow him on Instagram. He's like the most inspiring dude in the world. He's like an ex-Navy SEAL. So I watch him, but then I also, I self-reflect to find motivation. I look back on things that I enjoy, and then sort of the feeling I'll get out of things, say with not being motivated to go to the gym. You'll know, and no one ever has done a workout and they feel worse after it. So, you got to self-reflect, motivate yourself, and see where you want to be. As far as the transition back into treatment-free lifestyle, it's going to be a hard one. I'm probably going to get a little bit of Stockholm syndrome, I guess, not being on chemo. And it's going to be weird having all this time of like, oh my God, I can wake up and not feel sick. There is sort of a hangover period, they call it, from chemo, which is, a couple of months after it. I've got a lot of friends who say, one of my really good mates who's been through chemo, he's 12 months out and he said he still struggles pretty much daily with the effects of chemo. So I'm really hoping that I'll sort of push over it quick. But I'm just looking forward to having more time on my hands when I feel good. I'm not really sure how I'm going to go finding my feet again, jumping back into so many things as far as work, like my career, and with everything for my Instagram and I shouldn't say my Instagram, sort of my social presence for cancer. But I'm really, really looking forward to being able to actually do activities, get out there and not feel shit, not go out for a couple of beers with my mates and go home at 1 a.m. Just because I feel bloody terrible. Okay. Andrew Ingham, just from Expo Therapy and Psychology. Oh, yeah, that's in regards to yeah, that. Yeah, no, I get that fight for sure. Hugo, yeah, the host of 25 Stay Alive, or co-host, we host it together, and it seemed to work really, really well. Hugo, who's become a fantastic mate of mine, he asks, who are some people on your wish list which you'd love to interview? Well, I'm going to have that for interviewing on 25 Stay Alive. A long time listener, first time caller. Look, I've made a lot of friends through my journey, and people I consider friends who were so motivational to me previously to this. A wish list. I really want to get my neurosurgeon, Dr. Charlie Teo, on. As far as if you're unfamiliar with Charlie Teo, is probably the most famous neurosurgeon in Australia, and probably one of the most famous neurosurgeons in the world. I'd love to have him on and just pick his brain, and him sort of explain to people more my condition, because I explain it as well as I can, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not over this, or a professor. I'm not really all over all the neurological stuff. But I'd love to have him on because he will go into sort of the future. He runs the Charlie Teo Foundation, which is groundbreaking cancer or brain cancer research. And sort of ask him on what he sees the cures are in the future, as well as some friends of mine who are also motivational. Say, I've always wanted to interview, say, like Mark Donaldson and Dan Pronk, but not have it like a formal interview, like with questions, more like sit down, have like a whiskey or a beer or something for a couple of hours to film it like this and just literally just talk shit to each other, involve people in it like this, questions that other people wonder. I also have a friend who is a leading scientist for a pharmaceutical company, and he spent 20, 30 years researching and developing cures for childhood leukemia. I'd love to have him on, mainly due to there's a lot of myths out there about cancer, and the government and doctors and these big pharma companies have a cure, and it's just not right. And I'm not really the best one to talk about it because I'm not in that industry, and he is, and he goes over. Last time I was just chatting to him, just at a dinner, how they get drugs onto the pharmaceutical benefit scheme like PBS in Australia, and what the future is for that, and the developments they're actually seeing, as far as survival rates with the drugs that they're developing. So they're sort of the four that I'd love to have on. Here you go, get out of here. Yeah, fair enough, Andrew. Holly McMinn. Oh, hey, Holly, how are you? Holly was a massive help with me with being on Studio 10 for when I was doing my tire flips up in Sydney. Absolute legend. Now you're almost done with chemo. Will there be any other treatments or just monitor the cancer as you go? Yeah, that's a hard one. And I still actually need to talk to my or my group of doctors. When you have cancer, you get a group of doctors, not just one, about what the hell happens after I'm finished chemo. there 100% will be treatment in the future for me. As far as there will be a point that I'll have to do things like radiotherapy, and that I'll probably have to have a surgery and or more chemo. But at the moment, I really just want to live normally. Excuse me. You know, I've been living this so long with this sort of chemo, and yeah, there are other treatments, but I just really want to take, like, you know, maybe 6-12 months off, feel good, and in the future, yeah, that we're going to be monitoring the cancer in brain. So every 3 months for the rest of my life, I'll be having an MRI scan, and that is a very stressful thing because there will be a point at which it starts going downhill for me. So there will be a point at which I'll have a scan and it will start getting progressively worse. But that's something I have to deal with in the future. So yeah, it's a bit of a watch and wait, and monitoring the growth. And the longer I go on, the more they can sort of graph and plot the specific growth of my tumor, like the longer time goes on. So therefore, we'll be able to give almost a better reading of, okay, this is when we need to do a more invasive treatment as far as a radiotherapy, a surgery, or a risky surgery or something like that. But at the moment, you know, I'm sort of pushing other things out of my mind as far as other treatments and just focusing sort of on enjoying myself for a while because I felt sick for so long. Bands of Aussie Army, how are you? Yeah, I'm really well. Trying to getting back on my feet. The last round of chemo knocked me around. Anyone who saw that, every round of chemo tends to get significantly worse for me. But the last one really knocked me around. But I've got one to go. So this one will probably knock me for 6, but I'll have that in my head of we're about to finish. And that's awesome. Banjo Ziggy asks, how are your parents coping with your illness? Speaking as a mum, I can't imagine how. Is there much support, health services community for parents? My parents, of course it's hard. I'm not a parent myself. So you probably almost have a better perspective on this than myself, yourself saying you're a mother. But yeah, in the beginning, my whole family, it was incredibly hard. I'm their youngest son. That's the last thing you'd ever want to see your kid go through is something like this. And I think a lot of the time they acted a lot, that they're a lot better in front of me than they actually were sort of behind closed doors, but that's just because sort of how they are reflected onto me, and I can't thank them enough for that. As far as the support, the support, I'll put this into 2 categories. As far as support from the green, being support like Defence Army, and secondary community support, the personal support from Army to my parents has been above and beyond what I ever thought, especially from my unit, being 7RR. My parents have had so much support from my unit, as far as everything from, like, my unit delivered flowers for my mum on her birthday. My mum lost, or her mum, my grandmother, we lost very close to actually when I was diagnosed. And my unit delivered flowers to my house for my mum for that. My parents have been to officer ball dinners and everything that not even I'm allowed to go to because I'm a digger. Then my parents are there. But support has been fantastic. As far as community support, there is plenty. You do have to seek it out. So there are a lot of social media groups, particularly Facebook, for parents of people with cancers. I know my parents are part of some of them, as well as, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't quote me on this, but I think I am right. Australia has funding set aside, the federal government has set aside funding for mental health for everyone. So you get, I think it's 8 or 10, if you go to your GP, he can then refer you for 8 or 10 free psychological appointment or with a clinical psychologist for anyone. It's free for 8 or 10. And I know that from the federal government, like them or not, whoever's in power, that is a fantastic thing. And that's for everyone, not just parents. And that's anyone who's struggling with mental health, tap in. You see your GP and literally just say, I want to see a psych, and you'll get free treatment. I know they've been in touch with that, and that's been a fantastic helper. And they haven't received any sort of pushback or anything that I've seen at all. Ozsty07 asks, will you be going back to work after chemo? And without chemo, are you worried about the tumour progressing without treatment? Lastly, at what point do you make the choice to look at other avenues? I am in and out of work as is at the moment. anyone who's familiar with chemo and how it attacks cells, things like your immune system, your bone density, your lung capacity all go to shit. The big one with me struggling at work at the moment is actually my immune system. Army's a very communal environment, and I've been in and pretty much instantly got sick, like straight away. Just because if someone even has a cold that they don't know, I will pick it up due to my lack of immune system on chemo, as well as the fatigue and everything that goes with that. Plus, I actually don't drive for a few weeks during treatment. I get very, very cloudy in my brain, which is commonly known as chemo brain, for all of those who have ever had anything to do with chemo. And you get really foggy, you can't really pay attention. And I remember driving once, and it was only a few Ks between houses, and feeling like, you know, in like a PlayStation where you can go that view like behind the car, that's not like you're not a first person, you're like behind it. That's how I felt driving the car. And luckily I had to go like a K, and I was like, no, I can't be doing this. Like this is silly. So I purposely don't drive while I'm feeling that. And as far as worried about the tumor progressing without treatment, yeah, look, I am, but it's almost a fact of life that this tumor will progress further. There are other avenues of treatment, ones that are developing currently, things like the cannabis oil trials that are going on that will eventually become on the PBS, as well as immunotherapy coming to Australia and proton therapy, was a sort of radiation coming into Australia, into Adelaide in a couple of years. So, yeah, there are other treatments to help me, of course, that will stop that shouldn't say stop, that will hinder the progression of my cancer, but eventually it will, and that's something I've sort of had to accept. Look at other avenues. I'm going to go with other career avenues. Yes, in a short degree. I don't feel like I'm burnt out from the army. Like there was still so much I wanted to do in my career, and this has definitely put a bit of a back burner on that. But that fire in me still sort of still burns. That's what I want to do as far as things within defence. So I haven't really looked into other avenues yet. If anyone out there is listening who's like, I've got a $400,000 a year CEO position for you, yeah, let me know. I'll do that. But as far as other avenues for career, look, not at the moment. I'm definitely going to be interested to see in the next month or two my comeback into a full-time position at work, coming off, sick leave and the downgrading system. And I know my surgeon, Charlie Teo, he put it that he will write a letter of recommendation for me for basically any physical activity that people who are uninformed may think I'm not capable of doing, that he will sort of investigate it further, because he's all over these tumours, and really give me good recommendation on what I can and can't do. And hopefully I can do everything. I should be able to. I've had this tumour for years. You have to remember that this tumour's been in my head for years and years and years, and it's never affected me. The headaches I had discovered it weren't from that at all. It was from my shoulders, sort of physio, and it went. So I should be able to go back without looking into other avenues. Hamish, hey mate, how are you? Baz, oh, sorry. Did you ever get that other stolen flag back? No, and I'm still fucking pissed off. I've forgiven the person. Well, I will forgive them when they come and bring it back. But I'm still pissed. For those of you who don't know, at my brain cancer event on the beach between Largs Bay and Semaphore in Adelaide, the tyre flips on the sand, which was bloody hard. And it'll be back in October. Trust me, it's going to be back. No matter what happens, even if I'll bloody cark it, the legacy of the tyre flip will live on. But yeah, at the finish line, I had to set up a big finish line of flags and everything, and had a flag that I brought home from Afghanistan with me, that was made by one of the local tailors there. And it got stolen. Like there was cut lines on the like on the jetty railing where they'd cut off my zip ties I put on it, and it stolen my flag. It had like no monetary value really at all. You could get any tailor to make it, but it had a lot of value to me. So if anyone knows, please bring it back or drop it into like the front gate at my unit. Everyone knows it's mine. So there's no reason they could even ever sell it, because if it ever popped up, you're like, oh, that's fucking Willy's. It was like all over the news in the paper. But look, I've forgiven them. The boys over in, or I should say, the other soldiers over in Iraq at the moment sent me this one, or other way, behind me. And that's fucking awesome. It's the exact same, but they just got it engraved with Willy's answer. Sorry, I'm looking mirrored here. So they got like Willy's answer to cancer put on it. What was amazing. I've got a British one as well. If I could get more, I'd actually like to sell them and donate all the money back into sort of my foundation, or I shouldn't say foundation, into my mission of curing brain cancer. Do you wish you could make it to SOCOM? If so, what one? For those of you who don't know, that's Special Operations Command, which in Australia consists of pretty much commandos and the SASR. Look, I think everyone wishes they could make it in. You know, you look at the success rates of applicants passing. There's a reason why they're the best in the world. So yeah, I wish I could make it. At the moment, my fitness and sort of overall health it wouldn't even be close. So and either one, it's a very hard one. That's sort of tailored to who you are as a person. And I can't speak from experience because I've never been part of those units. But from sort of looking out in, some people are suited to one or the other. So yeah, I wish I could make either. A bit of a pipe dream at the moment. It's what I wanted to do forever. Sort of joining the army. Things like this put a bit of a back burner on that, but that's okay. Lots of people don't reach the pinnacle, but to be building somewhere is awesome. Trans Skates. Hi, what advice would you give to someone looking to join the army, and how to handle the days that are tougher than others to get through? My biggest advice during the army is do it. Like, do it now. Do it sooner rather than later. If you sort of put it aside with anything in life, you might not do it. It is a scary step, and the hardest part of joining the army is literally going into DFR, or Defence Force Recruiting, and signing your name on that piece of paper. That is the hardest part. So my advice would be do it, join. Do good research on the website as far as particular positions that you're interested in. I forgot how many jobs, like unique jobs, the Defence Force has, but or Army, because you asked about Army, but it's like 130 or something. Find a job that you love, that you will love, or something you're really interested in. If you need to have a bit of passion for it. It's no doubt that things in the army do get hard, and if you're not doing a job that you're passionate about, that makes it 10 times harder. So yeah, find something that you're really passionate in. Sign up. If you need any advice, like as far as personal stuff, as far as what jobs and what particular roles entail, feel free to message me. But yeah, join up. It's a good career if you make it a good career. Same with anything. How to handle the days that are tougher than others to get through. Look, Puka, and I'm going to go with basic training because everyone does it. There are tough days. It's a big change in your life, and it doesn't matter what you do. It's a massive change, particularly if you're coming out of school like myself. You got to remember the reason it's tough, the reason things like Kapuka are tough, is they've got, if it's still the same as it was before, they've got 80 days. The training staff have 80 days to take you from a civilian to a soldier, and that's not long. That's not long to change everything about someone. So that's why it's tough. But you've got to remember that every single day only has 24 hours. No matter what's happening at training establishments or in the army, it comes to an end. Eventually, it has to come to an end. So you just sort of got to grit your teeth and then push through. And what I've always done in life, and this doesn't just relate to hard moments, but as far as everything, is I break things down into fractions. So it almost tricks my brain into thinking I've got less to go than I have. So I remember, like, first day of Kapuka, and my Kapuka was 80 days, I believe. I remember first day I was over, and I'm like, yeah, I've got 1/80th left. Second day, I'm like, yep, tomorrow I've got 1/40th. So it almost makes it seem like you've got half the time left. And I do that with bloody everything. As far as just, sort of going through to break things down, make it seem like you've got less, trick your mind. But if you put it, it goes bloody quick. So yeah, if you need to know anything else, specifically, just drop it below, or you can message me. Maddie Baddick, big question. After you crush chemo, are we heading to Africa? Yes, we are. For those of you who don't know, there was, and have a look on my Instagram. There's a tire flip done by these. It's not the right word, but they're sort of anti-poachers in Africa. So they go and do patrols in Tanzania, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put some info there on the post. You'll see them doing a tire flip. Yeah, and they go out and patrol, sort of making sure poachers aren't getting onto the reserves, and as well as, so they've got some like white rhinos there. Oh yeah, thanks, Matty. Yeah, Tanzania. They've got some white rhinos, really super rare. So they literally walk around with these endangered animals to make sure no harm comes to them. It's friggin' awesome. And they go and they found like 1,000 snare traps in like a month that they dig up and chuck it. So no, and because it's on a reserve, it's on a protected game reserve. And these poachers come on to poach animals and make money. And yeah, they protect it. Well, it's just awesome. DJ Donnelly, oh, sorry, it just went down. Name something that you wouldn't find at a beach. Me, recently, it's been, it's a bit cold at the moment. If there's a second part to that, let me know, or else I'm not that funny. What exercises would you recommend if I wanted to join the army? I'll definitely join up. Overall, I think some people have this perception that to join the army, you need to be like an elite athlete, and that's just not true. If you have the mental drive to do it, literally anyone can do it. You need a baseline of fitness, but you can look up online easily those baselines as far as the basic fitness assessment. The best exercise is literally running. Running is critical. If you can run, you can do. It will increase that sort of baseline of fitness massively for anyone. So you're running massively, and you're going to get punished with burpees. So either do them now and you're going to do more in the future, or just like don't do them and hold out and be like, stuff it, I'm going to do enough anyway. But you need to remember, particularly if you're joining up, you'll go to Kapuka if you're going other ranks, like not officers. And Kapuka is tailored to get everyone to a fitness level to then pass them on to their gaining employment schools, being say for myself, the School of Infantry. They've got to bring everyone up to a fitness level for the army, and that fitness is is to reduce injury. The reason you need to be fit is so when you do like active stuff, and everyone knows the fitter you are, the less likely you are to get injured doing something physical. So yeah, running would be probably the best single exercise, as well as just overall fitness. But a big one too is don't do anything stupid where you're going to injure yourself, because that's just a guarantee that you've injured yourself, and then you're not going to be able to go on. So exercise as hard as you can. Find a good program that you can find programs for free, or I can point you in some directions that will do it with minimizing injury. DJ Donnelly, what's it like in Australia, mate? Australia is the most beautiful country in the world. I've traveled, maybe 18 to 20 countries in my life, and seen, some amazing stuff. There are other beautiful countries, and you can see beauty in anything if you got the right mindset. But other than in Australia, with everything wanting to kill you, as far as the animals and any sort of flora and fauna, yeah, Australia is wonderful. And come over. It's not. I know it's a long trip and it is expensive. I'm not sure where you're from, but bloody everywhere is far from Australia. So, but come over and you won't regret it. I know all the people overseas that I've met, like foreigners who then come to Australia, like, how have I never come here? It's beautiful. But you may find it's expensive depending where you're from. Andrew, Medicare would. Yeah, well, I'm actually not on Medicare due to I'm covered by Defence Health. Oztai says 6 free psych appointments, then a reassesses then by another additional 6. Oh yeah, so that makes up. Yeah, you can get basically 12 free psych appointments. What is fantastic by the federal government. No one can knock that. And to be honest, I know seeing clinical psych is or can be very, very expensive, but you can't really put a price on your health. So if you use up those 6 or 12 medical appointments, psych appointments, and then you need ongoing psychological support, it's worth it. It's your own health. And your mental health is important on everything. Your mental health affects your physical health, your emotional health, everything. So, yeah, 100%. It's worth it if it costs a bit. And Holly says, I'll come over to intelligence. Well, if you've ever read one of my Instagram posts, I'm not that intelligent. Intelligence would be cool, though. Definitely a cool job. I don't know much about it. But yeah, a lynch mob. Andrew says, getting into SF, being special forces, is a dream for every infantry guy, right? Yeah, look, I think it is. It's held on a massive, massive pedestal. And it's I can't speak from experience, but yeah, it's a bit of a dream. I don't think there's any sort of infantry guy who doesn't watch some of those docos and everything and think, holy shit, that's just awesome. So yeah, it's definitely a bit of a dream. Holly says again, you've had so much of a positive response to spreading your message and fundraising on social media. Do you get much negativity or trolling? Yes. But I think everyone is going, it doesn't matter what you do, you could be the best person in the world and you're going to get some negativity or trolling. Especially, I'm a very opinionated person, a very strong opinion. And I'm a massive one for sort of freedom of speech and to say what you want to say. Because I believe that's fucking so important. The biggest pushback I ever got was when I made it sort of outspoken about my beliefs as far as spiritual and religious views. I don't knock anyone who's religious. I just don't happen to be myself. But I got a lot of flack over that from a lot of people, as well as a lot of people copping some flack over say selling my shirts like this, which is actually not for sale anymore, but it's coming back, and I'm going to hand make them all, because if I hand make them, I can raise a shitload more money for my charity. So that's coming, but give me a bit of time. Yeah, sort of being accusing me of monetizing myself, like actually making money off this. Now, I'll bet I've never made a cent from my tumor, but even if I did, I sort of put it like, well, look through Instagram, look at whoever has 50 times the amount of followers, me, or 100 times, and look at the amount of either genetic influence they've had, as far as some enhancement from normal people, or some surgeries they've had, and they don't cop as much flack as I do. If there was a way, and I sort of feel like, well, I'm going to cop flack either way. People always going to give me flack, but I've sort of just had to live with that. As far as monetizing myself, look, I don't make any money. This is literally, it helps me a lot talking about this stuff and getting it out there. I find the more open I am about it, the easier it becomes every day for me, and the easier for you guys, because if I'm open about how I'm feeling, it sort of means that I can have a better response back to you guys. And this is enough for me. If it's not a dollar sign value, you can't put a value on sort of my health, but it's helping me a lot. And I care more about, putting good stuff out there for you guys than money. I don't care. I've got a job anyway. I can't make money. It's illegal for me to make money outside of my work as is. So, but yeah, you're always going to get trolling. Everyone does. Doesn't matter what you do. Andrew says, first step to getting into the ADF Army is getting past the medical stage, including psych. Psychology plays a massive part in selecting the right type of people for the organisation. Yeah, and that's true. If you join the Army, you do have to get past the medical stage and the psych testing. But I believe, sort of with my response earlier, that everyone can get through that. Like I got through it, and I'm just average as shit. As long as you've had no massive injuries, you'll get through. You should. As far as psych, it's just there to make sure nothing, is too bad. But you should be able to. And if you need any help with the sort of the real initial parts of it, yeah, hit me up. That's more than fine. Ashley Groves, oh hey Ash, you've already done so much traveling. Where was your favorite place you've been, and where else do I want to go? Yeah, I have done a lot of traveling. And I actually will touch on more travel stories in the future because there are some funny ones, some that might get me into trouble at the moment. But I definitely I might have a book one day with some like photos of like, this makes me look cool here, but I was actually hungover, or this happened last night, or whatever. My favorite place I've been by far is Finland. I spent about a week to a week and a half in Finland, and Scandinavia in general, but Finland is just fucking amazing. The biggest thing I found was the Finnish people are like the nicest people in the world. And I think that comes from living in such a harsh environment, means they have to rely on each other a lot just to sort of survive. So they tend to be very communal and lovely. An example of that was my first night, or one of my nights in Helsinki, which is the capital of Finland. I was trying to find my Airbnb and had freaking no idea where I was going. So I asked this lady like on the street, like, hey, I'm looking for like this corner between these two streets. And it's say -15, -20 degrees. Like it's bloody cold. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll show you what it is. I'm like, oh no, that's fine. You can just point me. And she ended up, no, you're Australian. You don't know what cold is. And walked me literally to like the door of my hotel Airbnb, because she was like, look, this is what we do. Like, I'm used to the cold. I know where I'm going. I don't want you being a bloody Aussie and getting stuck out here and dying in the cold, or not finding where I need to go. So, yeah, that was awesome. Where else I want to go? I want to do more of Europe again. I want to do more of Germany in particular. But as far as I really, really want to go to Russia. I've got a lot of Russian heritage. But as far as Russia just seems awesome. Like I'd like to go like to St. Petersburg, like sort of old school. I know some people who have been there who just say it's like the most amazing place and the people are awesome. So that'd be super cool. So I'd love to go to Russia. And probably back to Finland. The problem is, like, if you think, like, well, at least me, I haven't even done everything you can do in Australia. Like, I know Australia is massive, but I'd like to like actually live in a country in Europe for a bit to actually sort of like you get a lot of different perspective if you lived there versus traveling. Because you're traveling, you're sort of just seeing things. You're viewing things. You're not actually living it. So yeah, I'd love to live somewhere like that. Particularly someone that doesn't speak English as a native language. That'd be cool. Andrew again says that makes the recruit stage a little easier because screening has taken out hopefully a chunk of people who will be able to change in those 80 odd days. Yeah, and that's what it is. Andrew, I'm sort of piecing bits together there of the recruiting stage at Defence Force Recruiting is to find people that can make it through Kapuka, which I believe is everyone. If you go in with the right mindset, you do the right preparation, that's absolutely everybody. And if you're not yet ready, they might recommend things to do. So if you go and you might say fail the medical assessment or the psych, they may say, look, you just need to get a bit fitter and come back, or depending on who you are, they might say, look, come back in a few years once you experience a bit more out there in the world, and come back. And it's the best for you. But there will always be an option of how to get you through training. And there's plenty of services out there to help you know when you're ready. And Baz says, well, similar to the African Anti-Poaching Patrol, just out of curiosity, would you ever consider consider the Sea Shepherd group? Yeah, that'd be sick. I have a few Sea Shepherd shirts actually, and they're actually really good shirts. Like a lot of foundation shirts, like those tend to be like really low quality, but I've had one for like years, and they're awesome. And I definitely support what they do as far as illegal whaling. Oh, I should say particularly illegal whaling, particularly if it's in Australian waters. Just friggin' ridiculous. So yeah, that'd be super cool to get on the boat onto Sea Shepherd. So yeah, that'd be sick. I know they all eat vegan on the boat, so that's something I definitely have to change across to. Like, but of course, that's not a war winner. Like, who cares? I'd be healthy as shit. Andrew says, if you don't run now, you need to slowly introduce yourself into running. Don't just start running 5 days. But yeah, exactly. And then it goes back to my, finding a program or easing into exercise so you don't hurt yourself. Because if you hurt yourself, you might put yourself out of a career in defence, or postpone that career, which it sounds like you're awfully keen to do. And particularly with running, running is hard on the body. So yeah, easing in. I'm not a professional at all. I did a lot more running when I was younger. There was actually a time in my life I was running between 100 to 130 Ks a week. I'd wake up in the morning and run like 15 Ks before. So it was freaking ridiculous. I couldn't do it anymore. But if you scroll to like the bottom of my Instagram, I've got some photos of me out there running like barefoot, like 10, 15 Ks. Stupid. And David Goggins, the guy I talked about in the beginning, he started all that. Look him up. He's just insane. But yeah, with any exercise program, look, find someone who really knows what they're talking about, and I can point you in some directions if you're wondering. And that's the best way of doing it. Just don't hurt yourself. Noah says, do you miss being Afghanistan? Yes, I do. Like, it's such a simple life there, particularly for my deployment. You sort of, there's a lot of external stresses in normal day life here you don't have there, which people might find really, really weird. But yeah, it's definitely something I miss. I miss the camaraderie with the guys too. I've been home for a year and a half now or more. And it's well over 2 years since I went over. And a lot of guys move on where either they promote through the ranks in defence, they move over to other units, or they separate from defence. And I think I look back on it very fondly because it's like, that can't really happen. It's almost like the best way to do it is, when you leave high school, you leave year 12, and at the time you're like, this isn't much. And then you leave and you're like, holy shit, I really, really miss that. That's the closest thing I can put it to. So it's a bit of a funny one, but yeah, I definitely miss it a little bit. Allstar says, will we ever see a Willy's Answer for Brain Cancer Foundation? Look, probably not. Due to it's something I would love to do, but running a foundation like that takes massive amounts of time. And I sort of see the problem is, I put in a lot of time into what I do currently as far as fundraising, my Instagram, everything. And pretty much if I ever put any more time into it, I'd probably need to almost think about another career choice. And then, I want to be able to donate 100% of your dollar that goes to me to no administration costs, no nothing else. It just goes straight to the foundations. I see it being more beneficial myself raising money under Willy's Answer and then donating it onto either the Cure Brain Cancer Foundation or directly to the Charlie Teo Foundation. They're in foundations that are, set in stone. They've already sorted out, their admin, their marketing, everything. And they've already got their name out there through that, so then they can donate more and more money. It's better for me in particular to then just sort of run external and just give the money to them. It definitely makes it easier, and I think I can probably give more money that way, if that makes sense. Yeah, he said, totally understand. Bloody good answer. Yeah, I'd love to, but I feel like those foundations, they're run by doctors and professors and people who really, really know where the money needs to go. I don't. I could point, stab in the dark, this is where the money's best spent. They spend the money. Money's finite. There is only a certain amount of money in the world and a certain amount of money for, these foundations that we can give. And they've put it to the best possible place for better outcomes. Andrew says, well, you can earn money outside the ADF. You just need to declare it or get it approved. Yeah, 100% true. I can, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in my career, and declaring and approving it. I just couldn't be stuffed. Well, I wouldn't have time anyway to earn any extra money. Everything I do is either career defence related, or then I, swing across into running the Willy's Answer and my sort of Instagram page. So yeah, I'm not interested in that anyway. Baz says, Willy's Answer for Brain Cancer beanies. Got to have little pom-poms too. Yeah, look, I wouldn't want to, I think Carrie Big Ball has a bit more of a following than me, and they're a lot cooler than me. Sorry, she's a lot cooler than me. So I couldn't rip off her beanies for brain cancer, and she does fantastic work. I know she sort of has the pool that she's put, like the federal government will put like dollar for dollar everything she raised. She raised millions, like millions of dollars of bloody beanies, and the beanies are sick. And I'm so proud. I see a lot of you guys put up photos on socials, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, or if you like traveling or whatever with brain cancer beanies. I'm like, hell yeah, like you're spreading the word international, like that's sick. And it's such a fantastic idea that she's done it. Yeah, so I probably won't do beanies. I wouldn't mind doing hats, but then this shit's hard. Like I want to print it all myself, and then I'm like, because then I'm not paying someone else to make shit, so I can give more money. But it's like a legitimately hard thing to print. So look, if anyone knows anything about like screen printing shirts or hats or anything, hit me up. I'm looking into it at the moment, but yeah, it's something that I want to do. This is me again. Apart from tire flipping, what workouts have you found beneficial while I'm on chemo, or like that in general? So on chemo, particularly because I take an oral chemo drug. Some people IV, some oral. Mine used to be IV, I think, and now they've completely switched my particular drug being temazole or temozolomide over to an oral drug. I could be wrong. I'd have to talk to a pharmacist or a chemist. So it really fucks up my stomach a lot. So I find things that have a lot of dynamic movement as far as like jumping or running or burpees with my nausea. Like, think if you're nauseous, if you're hungover, the last thing you want to freaking do is like a burpee. So I've really stuck away from exercises like that because my stomach's just fucking ruined. Tire flips isn't brilliant for me either, but it's something I can put up with. I just spew on the tire or spew in the hole. So I've stuck away from that on chemo. A lot of static movements that don't swing me around too much, or if I've got a bit of a headache, don't swing my head around. So, or in general, look, you can look up like exercises, like workouts online anywhere. And I find like I don't follow a training program as like, this is what I'm particularly going to do today. It's, this many tire flips or this many kettlebell swings or whatever. I just sort of do what I feel like on the day. Like I have a big blackboard in my gym. You can just buy a blackboard like $10 from Bunnings or find one on Gumtree or something, or a big whiteboard. Yeah, and literally just, I'm not that harsh on myself. I'm like, yeah, this is what, and I've come a lot less harsh on myself because I'm feeling shit. But I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to do this today and this, or what's not hurting me, and I'll do that. As far as workouts, I'd say like, if you're part of a gym, awesome, use everything. But if you're not, rowing's awesome. Row for sure. That works fucking everything. Buy at home, buy some like kettlebells, lighter than you'd think you'd need, because the way they sort of work is because they're off balance, it feels like more weight than it is, because the center of gravity is sort of below the bell, if you know what I mean, or below the handle. So yeah, at home, if you're into at home working out or at the lawn or at the beach, or whatever, buy some kettlebells and you can do like literally everything. Like there's nothing you can't do with kettlebells. And that's awesome. As well as you get two, you can do a lot of like grip strength exercise. What's insane. So Andrew, yeah, paperwork and just red pen it. Yeah, capital red pen it 20 times. Yeah, look, I'm not good at paperwork, and they would definitely red pen any application I'm doing like a million times. But as if fake mustaches, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I wonder if I could get them made up, or just buy like a shitload of mascara. If we could all mascara on a mustache before we go out and do some tire flips. So yeah, actually, Baz, you've given me an idea. I'm gonna try and remember. And if I don't remember, call me out on it. Next tire flip, there will be fake mustaches given out. Or if you can grow one, you don't need to get one. Either fake mustaches given out or BYO mustache, or grow your own mustache, either BYO or GYO mustache for the fundraiser. How sick would that be? You get like 400 people flipping tires with big dirty mows. And if you get fake ones, you can get like massive like chopper reed ones. MA says much easier and quicker to get someone else to shrimping. Oh, bloody hell. Well, will someone do it for me? Because I really don't want to be paying too much. So we can look. We raised like just below $3,000 off shirts in like 3 weeks. So, if I want to make a heap more, I want to do it, spend my own bit of time, so I'm not paying someone else to do it. Just want to make as much for the charity as possible. And the shirts, really, especially the ones with like fake cancer written in the phonetic alphabet on the back, like this one I'm wearing. That they sort of spread the message really well. So that's awesome. I just want to limit the cost as much as I can. So the more cost goes, 100% of profit goes towards the Charlie Teo Foundation, but I want more to go. Not more. Sorry, like more of the overall cost to go. Baz, I agree. That'd be awesome. See, Andrew's more than me. Frames and inks and drying works. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want, but it's just a pitch. Willy's Merkins. What are Merkins? If I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so if I am, just like break it down for me. If anyone follows me, I'm not the greatest with that stuff. Printer, t-shirt, paper, self-printed. Oh, a hot iron. Yeah, that's a way of doing it too. But then it struggles to like get rid of the backing, so it'll have like this, but then like a square around it, or else I need to cut it out. And this logo, which is drawn, by one of my good mates, who's a tattooer, it has like too many holes in it. I don't want to spend like, so I'll get to that. I don't want to spend like all day cutting out like two things for shirts. Unless like all of you come, maybe I can just like recruit like all you guys here and have like a little team at my house who's just building shirts for me. Imagine that. It's like, is that slave labor? Not sure. Yeah, a lot of extra costs involved in saying shop around for quotas. Yeah. Look, MA, you're right. I'm going to definitely shop around, and I'm going to send some emails out to like local printers and be like, hey, look, would you want to maybe give us a discount in supporting, like brief to them, look, this isn't for my own profit. We're donating all of this to brain cancer, which kills so many people. It's the biggest killer of any disease of children in Australia, and kills more people under 40 than any cancer. I commonly say. Maybe then they'll sort of swing around like, look, we'll give you a discount on it. So that's definitely something to look into, shopping around. Andrew says, I heard someone on your Instagram suggested for you to get a mold of your mo. That'd be sick. I'll probably have to, I'll go on like, it'll probably be one of those like, have you seen on eBay, you can buy like those like dildo molding kits so people can like mold their own dick for some reason. Imagine if I bought one of them and could mold my mustache. So maybe that's what it'll be. Maybe I'll mold my mo and then sell like Willy's mo's have them for the charity events. Imagine that. Or have like a photo booth with those little like mustache sticks. And so you can take like a heap of photos at my next event. Blue boy iron transfers don't last. So, yeah, and that's a problem. Merkins are pubes. Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe Willy's Merkins. I tried transfer, but it falls off. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the transfer is definitely an easy, cheaper way to do it. But I want to make them like last for you guys too. Yeah, everyone's bloody all star and Molly just how you said about trolls before. Nah, you guys are awesome. And so you have access to 7RAR, what they're doing during the week outside of peak exercise period, PT and sweeping the bays, cleaning the same weapons. Oh, a bit of a dig there. That's army. That's army. PT in any unit's good. Baz, I know someone who has some contacts in manufacturing. I can definitely message you later. Yeah, man, that'd be sick. Something like that. That'd be awesome. Unsure exactly what they do, but yeah. Oh, yeah, and yeah. Sorry, Andrew, I didn't get your last message. Yeah, recruit all of 7RAR in to make my shirts for charity. Yeah, that'd be sick. Andrew, yeah, silicon mold. That would work mad for Willy's. Nah, I'd save a lot on mold. I wouldn't need much, but yeah, the mustache would be a lot better. Mate, I've done live casting, and I can make you a cast of your mo if you need. Yes, please, please come over, Sean. And do that. Next time you come over for a beer and a barbecue or beer and some meat, bring the live casting. We'll do that. Maybe I can make a full cast of my head and just like sit it up on here next time and me just talk shit in the corner. Were you nervous to meet Dono? Yeah, but he's like the most friendly dude in the world. For anyone who doesn't know, Mark Donaldson is a Victorian Cross recipient and a massive, massive supporter of everything I've done and become a good mate. Yeah, I was bloody shit scared. Like, he's a friggin' hero. like honestly, like a hero of mine, and but like the nicest bloke. Matty Milne says, "Hey Willy, hi from Matt and Soph." Yeah, Matt, your message is fucking toxic, mate. Me and Milne have this like running joke going from a wedding of toxicity. Yeah, mate, I'm doing really well. And yes, come next time you're in Adelaide, come down there, mate. That'd be fucking awesome. That was the best day. Actually, Pastilli's wedding. I met, and that was sick. And say that so for me. Maddie's helped me out with a lot of like online stuff too, because I'm a noob at like anything computer. Like I struggle with like Word documents and like setting up like audio kit. He's helped me out a shitload with that. Rebecca, 11 p.m. in New Zealand. Just tuned in for Willy's molds and Willy's mustache molds. You're awesome. Yeah, look, you've tuned in at a good part. We've been going an hour now, so it might be getting a bit weird. But 11. I didn't know it was that late in New Zealand. Yeah, I'm sending my love over. I've seen you, and it feels like last time I saw you was like a week ago, but it'd be like, you can do the maths, but like 14 months ago, but it was like the best trip ever. Me and Rebecca, anyone who doesn't know, traveled to Europe together. We all met on a Kentucky in Europe in January 17? 17? No, sorry, January 18. Still got all my bloody dates mixed up. Ostire, also done. Andrew says, next barbecue, dude, got us live stream. Yeah, we should actually do that. We'll anyone who wants to be involved, come over. We'll get Sean from the Piggy Blinders cook up a mad barbecue. He's like a professional barbecuer, and we'll live stream the whole thing, talking shit. We'll probably all get like in strife for just all the bloody dirty jokes we'll make. But yes, that'd be sick. Just like, and I want to do more live streams like this with just like you guys, because you guys have all been so influential to me. And helped me out so much with shit. So yeah, that'd be sick. Holly says, "Are you doing Anzac services this year?" Yeah. I'll be. So my first round of chemo, my final round of chemo starts on April 1st and finishes April 5th. So I've got a good few weeks until Anzac Day. So I'll feel better, and I'll 100% be marching with my unit again. The funny fact on that actually is last Anzac Day, like 2018, it was on a Wednesday, I believe, and was actually my first round of chemo. So I was marching on chemo, so I felt fairly shit, but I wouldn't miss that. I'd need to feel awfully worse than I do from chemo not to march. Like Anzac Day's such a significant day for myself. And such a significant day for any Australian, and it brings everyone together from any background. Absolutely awesome. No, that wasn't. There's no silly questions at all. Now I'm just gonna have a quick scroll on Facebook, and if you've got anyone listening has any more questions, absolutely just shoot through. Because I've got to the end of the ones here, but I've got some that got sent through on Facebook. Luke goes, "I'm watching your chat on YouTube, mate. My question is, how do you look so handsome all the time? Keep up the great work." Well, thanks, mate. And Luke has been a massive supporter of mine. How do I look? I don't look good all the time at all. Get good at photos. Nah, not that at all. I don't know. I don't think I look good all the time at all. I like dressing well, or at least what I think is well. Like I'm actually fairly interested in fashion. Or at least into men's fashion. I wouldn't have any idea anyone else or females fashion, but yeah, that's something I'm interested in, and I feel like if I dress well and I think I feel I look good, it gives me a lot more confidence in like a crowd of people, or just in general. Like we all know how much better you feel if you look good when you go somewhere than if you just fucking shit. It melts the love you stole, babes. Yeah, but like I don't think I do. I just take a heap of Instagram photos and pick the best ones, and buy a good camera. If anyone who's interested in good stuff for Instagram, stop using your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever. Go and buy like on Gumtree or some shit. Spend like $400 or like $300, even less. Buy like a decent like DSLR camera, and it'll improve your quality of photos by like 1,000,000%. If anyone who like, I know people think, all the technology and like cameras, like phone cameras, and your camera on your phone is all right, but the sensor in the camera on your phone is like microscopic. It's tiny. It's like this big. If you buy like even a cheap DSLR, has like a 5 times bigger sensor in it, lenses, all that shit. Buy a decent camera, and your photos will improve so much. Like a decent camera, buy some go on eBay and buy some super cheap lights, or just learn how light can work in a photo, and you can improve. Anyone who knows me personally will be like, you look like shit all the time. It's it's one of those Instagram things, and that's why I put photos of me up on Instagram when I'm in hospital just looking horrendous. Is Instagram is just so for to look good. A lot of shit you see is just fake the whole time. So I also like to look good, but I like to show people when I also feel shit. Well, yeah, Andrew Sam's he's going to offload his Nikon D750, which is a really good camera, for $1,000. If anyone's interested, get in touch with myself or Andrew. He said his sister's spending too long to give him the money. So yeah, definitely jump on that if you want a camera. That's really good for $1,000. And sort of I was touching a quote saved in my phone from a photographer I follow, but I can't remember his bloody thing about Instagram and tailoring sort of your photos to look better. And he says, everything now on social media is curated. It makes people feel they have to be perfect, which can be hurtful and harmful. At times, I think twice trying to share or be myself, worrying about what other people will think. I try my best to share all the good and bad parts of who I am, with both good and bad times, in the hope of reminding others that sometimes it's okay not to be okay. And I sort of go along that line too. Anyone knows, I look, maybe I do stuff and look all right sometimes, but then I also like to show the other side of me to feel shit. And the funny thing is, with my Instagram, I actually get a lot more likes. Not that I care about likes, but I get a lot more likes on photos of me looking shit than ones when I look good. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Thanks, guys. Yeah. All right, so about $600. But yeah, you can get a good DSLR really, really cheap. Buy a DSLR, body, spend a little bit. You're better spending money on, because I was really into photography a while back, on, good glass and good lenses, more than anything, and that'll improve your photos a heap. Before I sign off, so I used to do photography, very therapeutic. Yeah, Sean, with that, yeah. Photography, and I actually talk about this in my most recent podcast near the end, for 25 Stay Alive, how photography I find is very, very therapeutic for me, and Sean's the same, Ozsty's the same. Photography, if I didn't join the army, I would have done photography for a full-time job. So yeah, but I guess I'm low skilled. I don't have that much, but I think I can hold my own. Photography, get out there, take some photos, because I love the idea of freezing a moment in time. If you think you can never relive moments, every moment is eventually the past, instantly it's the past. I really like the idea in photography, and sorry if this is a bit deep, but of freezing particular moments in time and sort of going on, and sort of staying on, and as well as I'll actually put up a photo in the next few days because I'm waiting on some other stuff, but I've got, I was having a bit of a rough night a few nights back. And I was just scrolling through photos that I took when I was traveling, or just at really happy moments in my life. And that shit helps you so much. It helps you reflect. When people ask, do you have any regrets? Probably one of my biggest regrets is actually not taking more photos in situations. I legitimately regret not having some photos of moments I lived. I'm I'm not saying sit there on your phone, but I'm saying if there's a moment you're really enjoying, capture that. So it's not just a memory, so you can relive it better through a photo. And that rough night I was having the other night, I went on a printing website and printed out a shitload of photos that made me happy with friends or moments in time I remember. And I've got them on canvases all around my office now. I'm still waiting on a few. There will be a bit of a reveal, as well as I got my, anyone who's interested, I got my big canvas of Goose of Top Gun that I may have overpriced, or I may have paid too much for on eBay, but it's the greatest thing ever. A big one of Goose to match my mustache. It's awesome. I'll show you in the next few days, or put up a post later. It's awesome. So yeah, photography is incredibly therapeutic, and it's easy. It's easy to get into. It's not that expensive. Yeah, exploit that. Yeah, that anyone wants to see me looking scruffy. It'll come back. I'll be definitely scruffier in the future. What's your favorite science doco at the moment? I'm actually going to break this down into two. So Joe Rogan's podcast, which is awesome. I love Joe's podcast. He has one. It's actually a bit old now, but he has Brian Cox on, who's an astrophysicist, sort of like a public astrophysicist, and he talks a lot about science and sort of the universe and everything. And that, I think it's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour doco, but that's like awesome. He breaks it down. Like the good thing about Joe Rogan is he's not like he's at like the same intelligence as knowing as like the average person. So he asks sort of the questions you're thinking. If it's to someone who's like super like smart, like Brian Cox, might just like, yeah, and then the Big Bang and theory of relativity was this, and you're sitting there like, what the hell? Yeah, Mel says, yeah, that potty was amazing. Yeah, and it is. So listen to that or watch that on YouTube or Joe's podcast with Brian Cox. And there's a heap of good ones there, but I'm not going to call it a science doco, but it probably is the science docos category on Netflix. And if someone knows what to call, put it on. But there's a flat Earth documentary, on flat Earth on Netflix at the moment. It's trending, and it is it's really, really good. Like it's eye opening. So I think it's called behind the curve. So yeah, look into that. But science docos, and if you've got any good ones, send them through to me, because I'm all about that, and I've got a lot of downtime with sort of my treatment. So yeah, jump on that. You can never pay too much of goose. Yeah, that's awful true. Yeah. Holly, do you like? Yes, I love pineapple on pizza. Pineapple goes on pizza. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Pineapple on pizza is amazing. It's like a good contrast between like warm and cold. I love it. I have been known to put like extra pineapple on pizza. No, Mel, I don't believe the earth is flat. But Behind the Curve Netflix doco is awesome. It's just watch it. It's awesome because they do so-called experiments that prove the Earth's round, but then they like talk how they believe it's not, how the experiments are like paid off by like the CEO. It just gets watch it. It gets ridiculous. I love it. Reese says, "What's your age?" Oh, I'm 23. I just turned 23 Sunday week. So I'm basically still 22, but I am actually 23. See, everyone, pineapple does go on pizza, 100%. And anyone familiar with Army, pineapples everywhere. Yeah, Andrew says, yeah, you're in the Army. It's a bit of an inside joke. Either Google it or you'll get it if you join the Army. The pineapple's a joke. Yeah, so I'm just going, because I'm out of questions. If there's anything you want to know, chuck it up in the chat. I'm just going to, I think I got some through Instagram as well. So I'm just going to have a quick squiz. This isn't a question. I'm hopeless, but I'd love, I didn't know where to write, but you're a huge achievement. Oh, thanks, Bridget, very much. I'll reply to you now. Sorry, because otherwise I'll forget. If I don't reply to you, like on Instagram or whatever, just like send me a thumbs up, or send me like actually don't send me a thumbs up. Send me a question mark, because Instagram's like the most stupid thing ever. Oh, the inbox on Instagram is not like Facebook. It doesn't roll new messages to the top. It just pushes them down. So yeah, make sure you like actually, just if I don't reply within like a day, it does take me a while to get through some, depending how I feel. But yeah, actually just send it through so it comes to the top of my inbox again. Willy, is Australia real, or is it cover up by NASA? Yeah, Australians are actually all us Aussies are paid actors. I'm yet to receive my check in the mail yet. And I'm hoping I don't have to pay tax on it. But yeah, I'm fake. I work for NASA. As with all us Aussies, everyone in the chat and everything. Yeah, everyone who doesn't know, there's this theory that Australia is fake and we're all paid actors. I'm not really sure where it came from. If someone can give me like the origins, that'd be epic. Yeah, Baz reckons he's getting $25 an hour for being a fake Australian actor. Mate, I need that. TPE, yeah. MA says, brilliant. Yep, will do. Love Brian Cox. Looking forward to Stargazing Live. Yeah, it's Stargazing Live, if I'm wrong, I was talking to a friend about it last night, is coming to Australia. I think it's coming to Adelaide. Brian Cox, you're bringing a show. You're bringing like a supercomputer to do it. So I definitely want to go to that. And if you're there, I'll go with you, or you can come with me. Either way, no, I'll go with you. You're cooler than me. Googled. I can't talk. I googled the pineapple thing because of an army friend post. Yeah, Google it. I'm not going to say it. Just Google it. Noah, did you watch the fighting season? Sorry, did you think of the fighting season if you saw it? Yeah, fighting season is awesome. Yeah, completely awesome. I have seen it. Yeah, actually, one of the best as far as like, army shows. My favorite ever like HBO series was Generation Kill. That was awesome, and that came out like a few years before I joined the army, and that was like a massive inspiration. It's probably like 10 years old now, but literally, go watch Generation Kill. That's sick. It's an awesome US Marine Raiders, I think they're called. Oh, those have changed their name. Something they're like like special, like tier 2 special operations Marines or something. Yeah, a couple of things. Generation Kills awesome. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Favorite war movie? Saving Private Ryan is awesome. Not a movie, it's a doco, but Restrepo is cool too. I think anyone who's defense sort of Blue Boy's getting paid more money than he's getting 27 now. He's up on it. A favorite war movie. I nitpick the shit out of like movies, like war movies. I'm like, I'll sit there for like I can't. People refuse to watch war movies with me because they'll be like, he hasn't fucking reloaded yet, or you wouldn't do that, or he's not wearing safety glasses. So I struggle to just enjoy it. Yeah, We Were Soldiers. Yeah, the Aussie Legionnaires. That's an awesome movie too. Oh yeah, Baz, Fury. Yes, Fury is an awesome war movie, but I watched this video on YouTube, and you should look it up. That's like everything. It's called, I shouldn't have watched it. It's called Everything That's Wrong with Fury. And they go over like the technology and like the German, Russian tanks comparatively to Americans. And it's just like all this shit that's wrong in the movie. So I sort of ruined it for myself. So don't watch that and enjoy Fury. But yeah, Fury is a great movie. And eventually maybe one day I'll get like cool enough hair to be like the Fury. Or like Arthur off Peaky Blinders. I really like kind of like 13 Hours. That's a cool movie too. I think 13 Hours is on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I know I've got a heap of like army movies that I haven't yet watched. Battle of the Golden Road. No, I haven't. If you have it or if it's on Netflix, I'll definitely watch it and get back to you because I'm all about watching shit like that. Like there's some really, really good docos out there too. And like there's an older one like Search for Warriors about like guys, if anyone listening is like interested in joining a defense or like going through selection process. I've never done it, so I can't speak on it, but that is about that, like a doco. So that's cool. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Hamish, I'll just reply to your message soon. Someone goes, how's Dahlia going? Maybe get her back for a check-in from G'day Camo. Yes. Dahlia is, as far as I spoke to Dahlia yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure if she's listening now. If you are, like, awesome. Dahlia's really well. She's just gone through her last, another round of chemo that was pretty rough, and chemo is friggin' rough. But she's awesome. Dahlia is like the most inspirational person ever. And if you don't follow Dahlia, go on Instagram. It's called her Instagram bio, her, like headline thing, whatever it's called, is It's Dahlia, I think. Anyway, she does this like chemo themio thing where she dresses up as like a theme every round of chemo. So she did like camouflage, like she borrowed some of my old camouflage, and did a camouflage thing. And then her most recent one was her dressed in like a full wedding gown into like a chemo clinic. And she's had some awesome ones. She's gone as like a lifesaver, like in the outfit, like everything. It's been, that was completely awesome. So go follow Dahlia and have a laugh at all the themes. So the Gallipoli telly movie on Channel 9. I haven't actually watched that. Is that on at the moment, Baz, or is that like older? Search Warriors is the 1980s. Is it that old? Jesus, I didn't. didn't realize it was actually that old. Maybe that's not the best one to watch then. Oh, Andrew, have you heard of this one? It's called Top Gun. Yes, sorry. Wait, I take back every answer I have had previously to this. Top Gun is the greatest war movie of all time. Even though the ending of Top Gun 1 starts with them starting like World War III. Top Gun is awesome. Love it. And the jets in Top Gun, which are F-14 like planes, I had like a model of one as a kid. And I've like fallen in love with that movie. And I know Top Gun 2 is coming out. So like if anyone is listening to this, come to like a everyone's invited to come to the movies with me, and I'm just gonna like fanboy. I'm gonna dress up. Actually, you can quote me on this. Anyone who wants to come to the movies with me to see Top Gun 2's like premiere, I'm dressing up as like Goose. I'm gonna go on eBay and dress up and go. Because like I was gonna say, if you've ever seen How I Met Your Mother, when Barney goes to a party as Iceman or Maverick or something, I'm going to get that exact outfit. And if someone, I reckon, Sean, if you have a fighter pilot helmet or something that'll, like just a flight helmet, I'm going to use that in my dress up. Yeah, Andrew, I may or may not have in the danger zone as my phone ringtone. Yes, Holly, that's sick. I quote Top Gun all the time of like being in the danger zone. And if you've ever seen Archer, the Netflix series, that's awesome too. They go on about like in the danger zone and just like puts into conversation like really, really sly things. You're my idol, yeah. Best laughs ever, man. The F-14 Tomcat, most amazing aircraft. Yeah, and if you actually have a look, if you Google Andrew about the F-14, or actually no, go and like Instagram search and do it. There's all these like new things coming out where it's like they show turning zone of an F-14 due to like all modern aircraft, and it will actually outmaneuver like a shitload of aircraft because it can go so much slower. It's really cool. And there was people saying like they're going to like remake them and bring them back in like as a 5th generation fighter. I have no idea. Strike Back is good. Old series, agree. Docos are good. Yeah, for sure. Best part of the F-14 ran out of hours. Yeah, if you watch what Andrew says here, they ran out of time, so they like reuse footage. If you watch Top Gun like enough, you start seeing it's like on Russell Coit when he uses like the same handshake for the whole series. It's the same as that on Top Gun. There'll be like a scene of them like taking off or whatever, and they use it like 6 times for the movie because it's like the most expensive thing ever for them to like have fighter jets go up and fly around for footage. And I think a lot of the footage they used was actually like stock footage they just paid for. I had a message off someone on Instagram that goes, you probably won't see this, or I have. But well, the question is, the first question is about me getting like my identity stolen. If anyone saw that a while back, there was like, I don't know if it was Tinder. I have the screenshots, and I think I put them on my Instagram story. I'll see if I can find them. But of like some like Russian account using my photos as like they made like a fake Instagram account, and like a fake Tinder or like some shit. And I got a message off some Russian girl who was like, "Oh hey, mat fishing, literally. Like it was like catfishing, but with all my photos." And she's like, "I finally found you. I think someone's like stealing your identity, and like all this shit like dating apps and like scamming people." Yeah, so if you see me on like any of that, I'm not on any of that shit anymore. I was on like everything, but like not anymore. And I don't know why you'd use my photos. Like I'm like, as much as it's like a bit scary of like, fuck, people are stealing my identity, I'm sort of proud of like, fuck yeah, like someone has like looked at this and gone, yeah, I'm gonna steal this. I put a photo up of Vladimir Putin at a computer, and it was like, fuck it, I'm going to use Willy's photos. Like surely, like you'd find someone cooler and better looking than me. Like, like I would be if I was going to make like a fake dating account, the last thing I'd do is use like my own photo. Like you go online and just look at like just Google like ripped dudes and just rip off their photos. But yeah, it is a bit funny that they're stealing that. There's actually a second part to this story. I'm just looking at my phone here. You should binge watch a show called Ancient aliens. Ancient aliens. I've actually seen it. I don't even know what's about it. If you're watching this, send it through of what Ancient Aliens is actually about. If it's on Netflix, I'll go on and do it. I'll go on and watch it. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to reply to this. Yeah, I'm getting like messages on like some really weird stuff. Yeah, some people say like all the best with life and the QA. And oh, cheers. I'm gonna have to photo mash. Yes, Andrew, please do that. Please put a photo of like me and Vladimir Putin together. That'd be sick. Macaroni cheese. I love you. Who doesn't love macaroni cheese? I love you back. That's awesome. In Soviet Russia, identity steals you. Yeah, literally. I was like a bit actually scared by it. I'm like, oh shit. I hope I don't get like all these people come on and just be like, I fucking hate you. Like you stole my money, blah, blah, blah. I'm just people like messaging me like, hey, what's the link? I'm sorry. I'm just going to reply to them now. Yeah, I hope like people don't come after me like, hey, I paid you this much and you like were dating me online. Like it'd be a little bit funny, but yeah. There we go. So there's a fella, I won't say his name, but I'm hoping he's still on. Otherwise, I'll actually reply to your message after this, mate. Says, hey, Willy, I was watching your live stream on YouTube, but it won't let me send anything. Maybe you need a YouTube account. I'm unsure. I'm halfway through Singo, being Singleton, which is the School of Infantry, where infantry soldiers like myself go before going to battalion, and most likely getting posted to 7RR. Have you got any tips for a young dig coming to the battalion? Mate, if you're like coming to 7, that's sick. Come say good day. Literally, I'm glad you follow me. Come have a brew with me. Yeah, 100%, man. Like, look, coming to a battalion is fucking scary. I remember when I came, I was fucking shitting myself. Like, but you're not going to cop any shit. Like, you're a new guy. Like, it's like going to a new school. Like, but yeah, you're golden, mate. Yeah, Aussie Legionnaire. Yeah, but just look like, keep your head screwed on. Don't come thinking you're a war dog. I'm not trying to be offensive there, but like some people come with the wrong attitude. But yeah, it's just, come with a good attitude. Because you like, I mean, a good attitude by like, respect people that have been there for a long time. Don't call anyone champ. If in doubt, address them by rank. But yeah, look after yourself. Come say good day. Hit me up. Just send me a message. We'll go for a brew at the boozer or a beer. Yeah, Andrew still will call them mate. Look, yeah, you'll get to know everyone. Really good battalion, man. You'll enjoy it. Like you'll like heaps enjoy it, bro. Well, I'm just going to read through this. Hey, mate, I've been following you for a while. Really respect by the attitude, staunch, your staunch attitude against the cards you've been dealt. Hats off to you, sir. I'm current in defence, about to start the podcast, dealing with veteran issues. Has it been a pain in the ass? I'm sort of cutting your message out here a bit. I'm sorry. But yeah, and what's the cost? Look, setting up a podcast is cheap. You're doing it well. I think for me, I've probably spent maybe $500 ish, maybe on all my stuff. You don't have to spend that much. You could get into podcasting for like literally $50. If you really want to improve quality a heap, you're going to spend a little bit of coin. And I figured that it was worth it for me to spend a bit more to improve the quality a bit. Pastilli, one of my really close mates, he pointed me in the direction of like, you got to remember with the podcast, it's all about like audio quality is sort of everything. But yeah, getting into it can be super cheap and it's free. Like putting it on iTunes, Spotify, whatever, I can point you in the direction of how to do that too. And Hugo's probably better than me at it. But yeah, it's cheap if you want it to be cheap. But I'd suggest spending a little bit more, getting a little bit better equipment, increase your knowledge. You should watch YouTube videos. And that's what I've done with like literally everything because I'm not a computer whiz at all. Watch YouTube videos and how to set things up, how to do it. Yeah, and it sounds like a great podcast. If you get it going about veterans issues, I'd love to listen, or I'd love to actually come on. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, basically, if things changed a few years before joining. Yeah, look, you got to remember, joining defence. I've only been in defence 4.5 years now. Like, it's changed a lot. A lot of people have sort of an old school view that what it might be like. But he's right. If you be quiet, do what you're told, and questions, you won't have a problem. But yeah, working, there's no substitute for working hard and being willing to work hard. Yeah, and if IITs, if you get bad feedback assessment, don't make a formal complaint. Yeah, either way. Yeah, mate, I was a company sergeant major in cadets. I think I know how to write my own double-staggered picket list. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's all right. Yeah, Andrew should get some time up with it. Yeah, it's true. I need some time. The hard thing is people say, like, get some time up, and you're like, well, unless I can make time go faster. But yeah, the harder you work, the quicker you'll sort of get out of the hole of being the new guy, I guess. I still am a new guy, but I think the turnover rate's a lot faster. Yeah. Well, Andrew just rolled 10 years, so get another gong, like, what, 15? Yeah. But yeah, the old hurry up and wait. Yeah, it's very true. And that's true. What Bastilli says is very true. If you're super fit, it's very, very easy to be like more liked. So yeah, for sure. So Baz, and I hope you don't mind, Baz, me sharing your Instagram message. Just popped it through then. I was thinking, give me some tips. I'm 15, turning 16 this year, and want to drop out of school when I'm 17 and join the infantry, like my father did, and that's all I've wanted to do since 7. If you could give me any tips. Look, Baz, for you, what I'd say, don't drop out of school. Mate, the infantry's going nowhere. There's always going to be a job there, like always a job. So stay in school, man, because let's say, look at me, for example. You say, and I was the same, you say, like, I want to have a full career in defence. And that's perfect. But you got to remember, there's a lot of unforeseen circumstances that come forward. Like, say you leave school at 16, and you go straight into defence. If you get injured, or you have something like myself, or you just change your mind, 4 years or 10 years down the track, it really limits what you can fall back on. And I know, at least myself, and I'm speaking from my maturity here, I wouldn't have been mature enough personally at 16, 17 to join the army. I joined when I was just 18, and it was a massive, massive learning curve for me. Like, that was one of the big things I sort of went through. So yeah, look, my advice, and I'm not the smartest man at all, but I'm really happy that I did finish year 12. So yeah, like, I'd suggest, mate, finish year 12. It'll definitely help you in defence too. Like, even if there's, the standard education is, tertiary level, year 9 or year 10 or whatever it is, you probably know more than me. It definitely helps you in life and in defence to actually have, a basic sort of knowledge of that. And year 12, no shit, year 12 was probably the best year of my life. To friggin' loved year 12. So yeah, literally, man, I'd just say, finish school. The army's going nowhere. And get in a school. Start the application process early. I'm not sure when your birthday is, but start at like a good, like 6 months prior. So say you finish school in October, November, whenever high school finishes in year 12. I started the application maybe March of 2014, and then got in straight out of school. But yeah, definitely, man. I don't want to sound like a rapper here, like, I'll stay in school. But I know I would have struggled a lot more in defence if I hadn't completed year 12. And you've got so much to fall back on. I know when I was 15 or 16, it was like, you feel like, oh shit, that's ages away. But like, just hold out, bro. It'll help you heap. Yeah. And Emma says, yeah, good, so good advice. Get your quals. If you need to do everything properly, you won't need to back up. Sit your exams, agreed. Yeah, oh, I did that and got injured and everything changed. Just fast forward. Yeah, exactly. So you do year 12, and a lot of people are like, oh, your score doesn't matter out of year 12 once you mature age. And that's semi true. But imagine if you wanted to be an engineer, say like a mechanical engineer or something, and you join the army for 4 years from 16 and you're 20, you're not going to have that basic fundamentals of like physics, maths, whatever. So yeah, it's a hard one. But I'd just say, stay in. It's not going anywhere. Would you ever like to encourage school? Would you ever like to encourage school children to attempt defence or like to them regarding your issues or talk? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that's true. This is physics. I did physics in year 12 and I loved it. Didn't get the best score. Anyone out there who knows? I may have done a shot of vodka right before the physics exam as like a dare or something. I don't know, but I still have the like competency score somewhere. Yeah. Well, Andrew, like, I'm not sure how like what you do in defence, but I know I've definitely having a basic understanding of maths and whatever has definitely helped me doing nav and whatever. But yeah, sorry, back to what you're saying now. To talk to kids about, yeah, I would love to talk to like schools and whatever about, not only joining defence, but as far as like, mental health problems and sort of dealing with things. I'd love to talk at schools. And if anyone could think of anywhere for me to chat, 100%, I'd love to come on. Different Baz here. My mate's finishing year 12 with the plans to become an officer. So finishing off school would be good. Yeah, mate. Different Baz. Yeah, but like 100%, man, especially officers, finish school. Hugo would be the best one to talk about that with, because I'm not an officer. I've never been through RMC and or ADFA. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say with ADFA, you probably would have to finish year 12, maybe. And depending what you want to do as an officer, some of them have very high. Say you want to be a pilot, you need like tertiary level maths, physics, English, whatever. So yeah, I'd say there's very few officer positions where you wouldn't need to finish. I can turn up to my year 12, open my book exams and no textbooks. Yeah, that's true, man. I feel you for sure. Yeah, so as far as school, for sure, it helps you in daily life. Like, plus it was friggin' awesome. Like, anyone who was, I'm not sure if anyone was in year 12 with me who's listening, but like year 12 got pretty loose for me. I think as well, like I tried really hard for the first like few months. Right after I've gone about a rant of like trying at school, I'm going to go into this of like I tried in the first few months and then got accepted into the army for the end of the year. So I was like, fuck it, I've got a job. Like, I'm going to do nothing. And did like the bare minimum. But like, it was one of the best years ever. Yeah, so look, I'm probably not far off finishing this up. If anyone has any more, or mainly because I don't have any more questions, if you guys want to, if anyone has anything they want to know, post it up now, or I'm probably going to end this in the next couple of minutes, or just any feedback on like, he did the bare minimum in the battalion. Look, that's true, and nothing's changed. Look at my bare minimum. I'm sitting here like drinking water and on my phone half the time. Oh, Andrew, have you made any progress getting your massive dog chair? The chair, I'm in between. I want like originally it was a massive hippo. Yeah, it was a massive hippo chair, but it was like $4,000, and all the other ones were like $40,000 to like $200,000. So I was like, fuck. So what I was looking at doing, and Andrew knows more about this than me, but like I wanted to get my dog Xena made into like a fake big cast of her made in like a chair. As like a podcasting chair. Like my big red chair is awesome, but like a big, like instead of a giant hippo, like a massive dog. And I'd love to see like Xena's like reaction to like a big like mirror image of her, but like massive in the house. I think, yeah, I don't know if it'd fit in this room. You can't see the rest of the room because like my flag and the quilt that I got sent. from Hero Quilts. They're fucking awesome. But this room's pretty little where I do all my stuff. But if anyone has like a big animal chair, send it across. I love it. He says, I love the PT shirt. Willy got mine a few days. Yeah, man, that's sick. You'll have to send me a photo on Instagram if you haven't of it. I'd love to say I'll repost it up. Dion says, your greatest experience time in the army. Oh God. Shit, there's a lot. There's ones like being in the army that aren't like defense related, and ones that are like out with the guys on the weekend, and ones like during like actually work hours. I'm trying to think back. Jesus, look, deploying was awesome. Like there's no doubt. Like that when you like touch wheels and you're like, holy shit, I'm actually in the Middle East. Like this is sick. That was cool. That was like sort of a big thing to reflect on. So I guess single moments. I'm trying to think. Yeah, but the single moments is hard. But there's a lot of fantastic ones. Yes, yeah, Andrew, you sent me some info on fiberglass casting. That's what I need. I just wonder how expensive it is. Maybe I'll do like a everyone together. We're going to get a massive couch made. Do you have any tattoos? Yes. So I'll give you a quick backstory. I got one in Paris, in France, which is on my arm. Oh, wait, I can't turn it. And that's like a oh God, I can't. It's on like the weirdest spot to show you. It's like a heart, with some flowers. And then I've got a shitty wave tattoo on my ankle. From it might have got done when I was a bit drunk in Mykonos in the Greek islands. Yeah, I got the really hard tattoo of a wave on my ankle. I won't show you that one. You'll find on Instagram somewhere. Actually, if you go down my Instagram, you'll find photos of me in Greece. And you'll definitely find one of my ankle tattoo. And me and 5 or 6 others all got it done. It was like the most like Australian like white girl thing ever. But I don't mind. Hopefully maybe I'm getting another tattoo this weekend. But we'll see. It's a bit of a secret with one of my friends. So yeah, man, put up a post up. That'd be sick. TAFE does certificates that mirror. Oh yeah, for 100%. They mirror it, but like and that's fine. Like you can definitely go back to TAFE and do it. But once you're at school, once you're in the groove, you know, you don't have to psych or anything. Just stay on an extra year. What I'm trying to say is it'd be a lot easier for a 16-year-old to like, at least in my opinion, and you know, take it or leave it, but like it would be a shitload easier to be 16 and stay in school for another year and a half and finish than to be 16, join the army, do 5, 6, 10 years in defence, and then go back into like HSC schooling, like at TAFE. Like as far as ease, it'd be a lot of like I know if I did year 12 physics, maths, whatever. Like if I went and sat that exam now, I'd have absolutely no clue. At least on some, like I know I could pick it up again, but if you just gave me the bit of paper, I'd be fucked. Yeah. It's great. It's definitely something I can get behind. Yeah, that's true. No, if that's for you, man, like 100%, like, you know, if that's for you, man, do it. Like that'd be awesome. But yeah, MA, I believe is right. It's easier to study while you're in the flow. Like I know I would, I would suck if I went back to school now. But that'd be so hard. Yeah. So if there's anything else you want me to speak about or questions, whatever, chuck it through because I'm happy to speak for as long as you want. Oh, the info on buying merch, Andrew. The merch is actually stopped for the minute because I don't want to do it like and just overcrowd it. But then I'm actually going to I'm relaunching it again soon, and I'm going to launch it a little bit differently to how I did before. As far as the merch, I want to support not only brain cancer, but I want to support. I'm letting you know a bit of a secret here, but I will. I want to support like men's mental health and like veteran health as well. So I want to start like a more undershirt stuff of like guys in defense or like or anything like that, and have all the profits will go. But you could have like sort of 3 different shirts. So one will be like brain cancer, one will be like mental health, and one will be like veterans. So So you can, and that'll have a fourth one of like all three combined. So the profit goes towards like those specific things, because they're like, my biggest things is that I support is, you know, brain cancer being sort of number one, and then mental health, which goes in hand with cancer, and then on the side veterans, because that's so, all those are so close to my heart. So yeah, that'd be definitely something that's coming soon. So the merch will be back, and I'll post about it all. I'm just going to launch it again very quickly. Says beer, cider, spirits, put them in order. Spirits, top, then like everything in the world, then cider, and then like piss, then beer. I'm not a beer drinker. Like I used to love a beer, but it was only like for 6 months that I enjoyed it, and then I discovered rum, and then I discovered spiced rum, and then I've discovered like aged whiskey. So it's killing me. Like, but I love spiced rum, like black, like Jamaican black spiced rum, or like Kraken black rum. Is like I friggin' love it. It's just what I'm about. But a beer on a hot day never goes down bad. I should say that. It's never bad. And beer is very social. Like it's very easy to, because I don't really enjoy beer. Say I'm at lunch and I'm like, well, I'm driving or whatever. I can sit on a beer for like 2 hours. So it's sort of handy not liking it, so I don't just smash it. Are you doing another? Yeah, man, Dion. A tire flip. Yeah, are you doing another tire flip this year? It'll happen. October. The last one was October 27th in Adelaide, and that was like run, like literally. I'd never run, but like drinks before. So I had like no idea. It was like everything off the cuff. So this year we run friggin' way better. Although last year I think it ran well. Anyone who went, you know, there was no hiccups. So yeah, the tire flip's definitely coming back this year. It'll be in every capital city in the country for sure. I'm going to try and come to each one as well, as many as I can. There'll also be ones in units, like specific army units run. Anyone who wants to run their own, 100%. Can run because that's the whole thing. Is although there's like official ones run, the whole idea behind like the flips is any gym, like pretty much any decent gym, has a tire, and if your gym doesn't, it's not a good gym. But any good gym should have a big tractor tire. So if you can't make an event, or you can't make it on the day, or geographically, or whatever, or even now, flip a tire. And sort of the whole thing like flips for brains. I'm trying to build an association between brain cancer and tire flips. So it's like free promotion for brain cancer. Like anytime someone sees a tire now, they can associate like, oh, fuck. And they think of brain cancer. So that just builds that like association instantly with it. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I think it's worked pretty well. Like my original video now has 150,000 views or something, which is pretty cool. Like that's I know some people are, that's nothing, but it's a lot for me about tire flips. So yes, 100% tire flips will be back. And I'm expecting everyone to be there, or a photo of them flipping a tire, because it'd be sick. And if you do, make sure you tag me. Tag me and send it to me, because I don't know if it's an Instagram thing once you get over like 10,000 likes, but you don't get like notifications anymore for when people sometimes mention you and shit. So tag me and actually like send it to me so I can see it, because I'll be heaps keen on that. Noah says you should set up a platform so we can talk to one another and share information, as well as alongside Insta and Facebook. Yeah, look, the platforms I'm on currently is, Instagram, YouTube, and then my podcasting as far as Spotify, iTunes. So Instagram's really good, and I've got the biggest following there. But it limits me a lot. Of like, there's 200 characters or whatever you can have for a post, and it's just your video is going to be 60 seconds. So as far as information or whatever, I try and do my longer podcasts or things like this to get as much out there as I can. And, it definitely means I can put more out there as far as what sort of sharing what I know, but also if anyone has any questions, it's awesome platforms like this. But yeah, anything else, send it like that. And even if you want to do like a one, maybe I should do a live stream. If anyone's actually interested, like pop in the chat. Of like, I might actually chuck on if anyone wants to do a live stream about joining defense. And I'll have a heap of questions if anyone who wants to join defense, particularly army. And I can do a bit of a Q&A there, and I'll get someone else on who's more knowledgeable than me as well, if anyone's keen on that. So Willy's mustache tattoos. Willy, wait, I think It's just gone down to the chat. Willie's actually, yeah, Baz, I might get a mustache tattoo. That would be cool. Not face, but I might get one on my foot. Why not? Aussie Legionnaire says, here's an idea. Do a camo neck sock with your mole on the top. Actually, that's a sick idea. Actually, I'm gonna take a photo of that. So I remember I do this all the time. I just take photos of things so I can remember it. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be like a neck sock. For those who don't know, like a buff, like you see them on like Survivor and shit, or like you guys now wear them. Imagine if you could pull it up and it had like a mad mole on the outside. Baz, that's Aussie, that's the best idea ever. I did not think of it. You're the one in there doing all like my like marketing for new shit to come out. That can be my thing. Instead of beanies, I can do neck socks with mustaches. Or maybe I could actually do I could do a neck sock with the mustache for guys or for people who can't grow them, and maybe I'll do a neck sock with like a cutout for your mustache. So if you've got a mo like me, you can pull it up and have like your camo neck sock sit up here, but like still have like your mustache popping out of it. What do you think of that? Maybe I'll just get a heap of neck sock and cut them out. Your fridge magnets, that'd be sick. All-Star and the mo magnets, yes. Patches for denim, yeah. Patches would be sick. If anyone's interested in if anyone has any like information on doing patches, that'd be cool. Yeah, come on, Willie. You're an army boy. You're infantry, and you love rum. Please stop. I do love rum. I said that. I love all rum. Especially spiced. Pins could suit the military thing. Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to I'm being like, what would people actually be like interested in, like actually use? I just don't want to make a bunch of pointless shit. There's enough like useless shit in the world anyway, and we've got so much waste that I don't want to make just some other shit that's chucked somewhere. So like shirts or like neck socks would be sick. Breaking news, tire flipping causes brain cancer. No, but I had the cancer before the flips. No one can prove to me that it doesn't cure brain cancer. If anything, tire flipping is well on the way to curing cancer with all the money we've raised. Go on your denim jacket. I do have a really nice denim jacket. That I actually bought secondhand years and years ago. It's like a really good what's that brand? Levi's one. Sick. That'd be a good stream. Yeah. No, if you're keen, man, I'll probably have to get a few people, but I'm more than happy to do like a live stream of like anyone wanting to like join defense or any questions. So if you think of any, man, let me know. We'll do it as like a closed one. Sure. You're walking into the stereotype so bad. No, stereotype's good. I'd dead set get a mustache tat, no question. Baz, where are you from? If you're in Adelaide, because I have a friend who's a tattoo artist coming to the tire flip next time and donating tattoos, like the money from them to charity. So Bazzy, if you're at the tire flip in Adelaide, or if you're at one, I'll put it. If you come to a tire flip in October, Baz, we will go somewhere and get mustache tattoos together. But I'm holding you to that because I'll do it because I already got some stupid ones. So yes, Baz is in. Willie's answer to brain cancer, tooth whitening strips. Willie's answer to brain. Yeah, Holly's right. I credit myself as being the least attractive, and least fit, like Instagram dude over 10,000 followers. Like every other dude on Instagram who has like more followers or over like 5,000 followers is either like shredded, or like super good looking or rich. And I'm none of those. So yeah, Holly's making a bit of a joke about like, all that shit that Instagram has put forward of like skinny me tea and like coffee scrub, like just scrub your skin with like just some like shitty Makona coffee or something. Like it's just ridiculous. I've actually been hit up so many times. They're like, hey, would you promote this? Or like, here's a discount code if you put up a photo. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I'm not going to turn around and be like, hey, use this coffee scrub. Like it keeps me young because I look old as fuck anyway. Like I'm 23 and I look 35. Yeah, but Holly's got the products. Hugo, don't. Yeah, Hugo's right. Hugo, my co-host, saying don't lose my voice. We've actually got a amazing podcast coming up tomorrow morning with. I'm sorry if I'm ruining anything here, Hugo, but I'm going to say with a psychologist. And that's awesome. I know, like I've seen psychs, and I think a lot of people throughout their life will see professional help in a psychologist. So yeah, we're having a chat to a psych on the podcast, about positivity, mental health. I'm lucky Hugo's all over the questions and everything, so I'll sit there and sort of talk some shit. But no, I've got to I'll go over like everything tonight. And if you guys have anything you want to know from that point of view, absolutely send it through either here in the chat, and I'll take photos of it, or send it through my Instagram. Willy's answer to cancer: protein powder, energy drink. My discount code would be like Willy's rip-off powder. It'd be sick. Get them on the inside of your index fingers, lift it up, like this. But like, thing is, I don't need a mustache tattoo on my finger, because I've got a mustache anyway. Although I am shaving the mustache, I did say that, so maybe I do. Nah, stuff that. I'm not gonna get a tattoo on the inside of my fingers. It's I'm gonna get one on my foot. Maybe you can get one somewhere, and I'll just use your hand. So I'll have a quick scroll. If there's anything you guys want to know, don't be like afraid to ask anything, like personal too. Like, I'm literally like an open book. Like, if you think like something, if you're like, oh, it's too personal, and even if you want to send something through, what's the word I'm looking for? Without like your name coming up on here, send it through to my my Instagram now. And I can keep your your name hidden, because some people might not want to be like, oh, like, and ask something like personal. People, no one's going to take the piss out of you. I might, but if there's anything you want to know, absolutely send it through. A tat for your feet that says "True Love" in the shape of a mo with true 1 foot. There's no way I'm going to get there's no way I'm going to get "True Love" tattooed on me. Or you're gonna have to get me drunk. Actually, my mum has just messaged me going, I second that, no tattoos on your fingers. Maybe that'll maybe now I will. Maybe I think my mum's angry with you that I didn't even know mum was watching. Nah, mum, it's happening. I'm getting a tattoo on the inside of my hands. She goes, ha ha ha, I agree, no tattoos on the inside of your fingers. That makes me like want to do that more. Like, you might have stepped in it here. Aaron saying sorry, Vicky. So how long have we been going? Almost. Let's at least make 2 hours. So yeah, if someone sends something through, I can chat about it, or else you just don't want to hear me talking about my own shit. I had someone ask actually a while back, like, who takes all your photos for Instagram? And I'm going to put that I'm like the best selfie in the world. No, like Canon cameras have like Canon Wi-Fi connect. So like my 6D that's sitting in the back of my room somewhere, I can like Wi-Fi it to my phone, and then I can set my camera up on a tripod somewhere and take a photo. Like, it's like the handiest thing in the world to be able to take like photos on a camera, not of yourself. So yeah, I do that like all the time. Andrew, so I asking, forgot about the function. Yeah, man, like, use that function, or I'll just like get like one of my parents or like a friend, or be like, oh, come over and like, take a photo of me doing this. Like, it's always become like a bit of a thing of like, shit, I need photos from Instagram. So it's a bit like, fuck. I was gonna, where's your favorite place in Europe? But actually, I answered this before, so I'm sorry if I'm boring anyone by going over this. But my favorite place in Europe as a country was Finland. Like, Finland was friggin' awesome. Like, go there. I've talked to a few mates about Finland, and who have been there, and they're like, yeah, it's sick. So go there. My favorite city, although I spent like 2 days or 2 or 3 days there, was Berlin in Germany. Berlin was sick as well. I definitely want to go back and spend more time there. Do you say Palmy or Palmer? I'm probably going to lose half my followers for this. I might just, I'll probably see the amount of people watching this, and as soon as I answer Palmy or Palmer, you guys will probably, like, half of you will leave. Truth is, I've changed my mind. Being a Victoria boy, in Victoria, at least in Warrnambool, Southwest Victoria, it's Palmer. Like, everyone says Palmer. But since living, you lost a punch at the pineapple fiasco. Yeah, true. Since living in South Australia for the last 4 or 5 years, I've actually changed over to palmy, and yeah, that's a hard one. But I think there's bigger issues in the world like pineapple on pizza. I've never had a chicken parma. See, in Victoria, I'll put this to you, is it a kebab or a gyros? Like, I say kebab. I don't think it's a gyros. It probably is, but like, Baz is disappointed. Palmy, the true. Yeah, so I've swung back. I've come to the dark side. I've come across, guys, the dark side of palmy. I think more people say palmy, but I'm unsure. But yeah, reporting for the pineapple. I wonder if you can actually report someone for that. Like report them for they like pineapple on pizza. Yeah. See, Andrew, but I reckon. See, that's the thing. Some people spell it like that, and then I'll type you. Some people spell it like that. I find it easier if you just if you call it a kebab. But a kebab, that's where I come. A kebab is also on a stick. Go ahead, call the cops for hate speech. Seems a bit the way that way this time. If you're offended by something, it's instantly hate speech. Yeah, one is so that's the thing. But either way, I'll eat it. Like one's flat, one's not, but I'll definitely eat it either way. Righto, so I think unless you guys have something to defensible investigation, that's what we need to do. We need to get intel in the army to look into the origins of the gyros and see if it's kebab or not. I like how for the past 10 minutes we've all just been arguing about what's a kebab and what's a gyros. Like we've gone over some like real deep shit of like cancer and like fitness, and it's like, nah, fuck it. I'm reporting you for calling it kebab, not a gyros. That's sick. Yeah, but otherwise, guys, if unless there's anything you guys want to know, I'm probably going to finish this up here. It's been 2 hours of me talking. I'm surprised I've still got any of you guys left. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna head off. Thank you everyone so much for being involved. Hopefully this is something I'd like to do more in the future. Like I enjoyed doing this. Oh, sorry, Ostire says Insta PM. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. I'll just read this. So it's have you frozen your future kids, meaning sperm? And if you met the special someone, would you want to utilize that if you weren't around from your illness, or their plan to use it if that someone isn't around now? Firstly, yes, I have frozen sperm. About pretty much 12 months ago. Well, it was before I started chemo. You have to freeze sperm before chemo because it can. It makes you, or at least my one, makes you infertile. Like permanently infertile. Now I'm actually doing a fertility test in a few months. I got that sorted out today to make sure to know if I am or not again. But yeah, I have had sperm frozen, and I'd actually suggest to any bloke out there to actually freeze sperm. It's fucking cheap. It's like, I don't know, it might be $100 a year. I don't know, that isn't the cheapest thing out there, but it definitely does mean you can leave sort of a future, like, because you never know what can happen. Lots of things can happen, and you can become infertile. So yeah, definitely look into it if you haven't, freezing sperm, and I have, thank God. But a lot of people don't know you can actually only. It's just mine are basically fried, nuked, fried, and baked. Yeah, I think I'm the same, mate. But like a lot of people don't realize you can actually only store it for 10 years. So yeah, you can only. How good is my $1 drink bottle from Kmart? But you can only actually store the sperm for 10 years. So I sort of got that 10 years. And as far as kids, and if I wanted to use it, it's a hard one. When I talk to my fertility doctor, he's like, yeah, look, you got to look at not only the possibility of having kids, like you've got the sperm, and I need to use what is it? However, no, to use that sperm, but then I need to think about the ethical reasons behind it too. Of say, imagine if I had kids in 5 years and I live for 10. My kids are going to be 5 when their fucking dad dies. Yeah. Holly, Kmart sponsored. Kmart just every time I show this bottle and say Kmart, they pay me like $50. No, but I'm not sure. I need to sort of. It's like at the moment, no, I'm not going to have kids right now. But like in the future, maybe. Like I'd love to have kids, but it's definitely one of those things that's a massive ethical sort of issue. I guess for me is actually like, am I prepared to do that and then fuck off? So like for me to, well, I fuck off and then die. So like, that's a hard one. That's definitely something in the future that I definitely think about. But yeah, like I definitely love to have kids, but fuck it. I'm gonna play it. I can just hang out with someone else's kids. Fuck it. Like I'm sort of at that age now where like all my friends are having kids. So I get to hang out with kids for like a good part. I hang out for like half, and I'm like, oh, kids are awesome. I don't have to do all the nappy changes and shit. What's awesome. Keeping a sense of humor, always. Yeah, me and also I've talked about this before with fucking kids, like as far as what happens to your sperm, and then you've just you can't have kids anymore. So it's a hard one. I'm not sure. I never thought about having kids before I got told I was becoming infertile. What's weird? The fun uncle. Yeah, that's me. I'm like that cool dude that comes in every like every month when I meet up with my mates and their kids, and they're like, "Oh, Willy's fun as fuck," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I can be happy." Like, maybe I'll just be like the cool uncle who is shit. Like everyone who has kids, like introduce me. Like this is Willy. He's fucking cool. Like, yeah, that's cool. That's a really interesting way to look at worrying about kids losing. Yeah, it's a weird one. Like I know everyone dies at some point, but I don't want to like bring kids into the world and be like, look, this is what's happening. Like this shit causes me and people I love enough pain fucking as is. I don't want to like fucking cause more. That'd just be shit. You see mine crack out that day, and that's enough to burn. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't have to deal with all the tantrums. You do. I'll just hang out, be cool, and then you can do all the disciplining. But I don't know, like, yeah, it's weird. Holly, have you had any more media TV? Oh, Holly, don't. Yes, but I can't really tell you what's happening. There might be some spies on here from a show I did, being like, if he talks, we'll sue him. But no, yes. And I will be sure to let you all know when it's coming. But yes, there is one. There is a TV thing in the plans that I've actually already filmed. But no one knows about it. Not many people know. But yeah, I'd love to do more. Like, I'd love to do more like TV, radio, talking shit. Like, I think like it must have been like years of me in pubs, but I find it like fairly easy for me to talk shit. So I'd love to end up on like 100% the batch. Baz, you've got me. I am actually I'm the next Honey Badger Bachelor. Imagine that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Start the hashtag. Actually, that's gonna be a trending hashtag, guys. Willy for Bachelor. Get that going. Maybe I'll be on like Love Island. I just need to take a heap of steroids. But on that, no, I'd love to do like radio or something one day. I don't know. Maybe people just find my voice really annoying. Maybe they can put it through like a synthesizer or something. But no, I'd love to be on radio or more telly. It's something I actually really enjoy. And it's talking something I find fairly easy. I'm not sure if you guys find it easy to listen to me, but definitely something I'm interested in. Andrew says, probably a repeat question from sometimes earlier, but does genetics play a part in the cancer? Or they can't say? Yeah, man. 100% genetics and cancer, at least with some things is everything. Like shit like lung cancer, skin cancer, like that's not genetic. But how you react to it is definitely genetic. Some people smoke the whole life and never get cancer. But like, yeah, mine, genetics definitely have a part playing it. I actually go into that a fair bit on my recent podcast with Hugo, I do a bit of a Q&A, and I actually chatted about how my cancer is a genetic mutation in the brain. So like the cells there actually still, like, you have the same cells as me as my tumor in your brain. Mine just don't have the genetic coding to tell them to stop growing, so they just keep growing sort of exponentially. And that's why cancer is so hard to treat. Is there no foreign cells? The cells are like native to your body. So yeah, and that's why it's so hard to treat. Is your body that's all cancer really is your body just, as it's a clump of cells, your body doesn't know how the fuck to get rid of. So yeah, genetics and cancer play parts in everything. And they're actually unlocking this a lot. If you look into immunotherapy is like looking at like your DNA and genetics, and this is going to be the worst description of this fucking ever. I'm sorry. But like, if you think about like research doing like stem cells, DNA, whatever, and they're like learning to change the color of people's eyes and shit, that's sort of what they're doing with cancer. So like they can like rejig my cells makeup almost to like get rid of my cancer. So like, say your cells don't have the same coding mine do. So if they gave like mine similar to yours, it'd get rid of my cancer almost instantly. And that's sort of the very scraping on the surface of what immunotherapy does. So yeah, and that'll be the next big thing in cancer treatments. But yeah, genetics plays a massive part. But then if you think about the brain cancer is a weird one because that's sort of all genetic. But if you think about like particularly things like bowel cancer or whatever, that's a big one with like diet and like lung cancer. Like if you smoke, you're gonna get lung cancer. So yeah, 100% bachelor. Yeah. Not maths. Oh, maybe I could go on Married at First Sight. Actually, no. I'm too opinionated on Married at First Sight. If someone treated me like the people on Married at First Sight, it's fucking disgusting. Like, I don't literally, fucking every person on Married at First Sight either is like the most aggressive, like, person out there, like aggressive but like opinionated person, or they're all actors. Like, surely you guys watch Married at First Sight and go like, you're like, surely you can't talk. Look, who the fuck talks to each other like that? Like, there's people I hate, and I would never talk to someone like they do, especially if there's a fucking camera in my face. Like, and so these people Married at First Sight forget that there's a fucking whole camera crew sitting there, and they're just saying like these remarks that are just freaking disgusting. It's fucked. Australian Story. I'd love to do an Australian Story. I don't think I haven't done enough cool shit. Like, I'm not like, I don't think I'd be up to it. Like, I'd love to do it, but I don't want people to watch like, this guy's fucking lame. Hugo said, I've got a feeling we'll see Willy on TV at some stage. Me too. No, you'll definitely see me on telly. It's already in the works. But like, yeah, 100%. Hopefully you see more of me on telly. That'd be sick. I don't know what I'd be on. Maybe I could host something. Maybe I'd love to like a late show. You do like your carpool karaoke. That'd be sick. Yeah, I don't. Oh, you don't do. Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, for sure. Yeah, not doing podcasts is fine. There's some like I used to not listen to them as well. But yeah, it's definitely something to look into. Yeah, oh, Holly, you're right. Yeah, cell mutations, and that's all cancer is a mutated cell. If you think about, and the best way I've had this explained is, imagine if you got your cells replicate all the time, and you've got like 1 trillion cells in your body. All it takes is one of those to be wrong, and you've got cancer will develop if your body doesn't clear it up straight away. So cells mutate all the time. Like today, you have had cells mutate, your body just killed them, and all cancer is one's leaked through, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's sort of it. What I was going to say, and it's sort of like aging with your cells, because your cells will age as well, the same as your body. Well, your body's just cells. But imagine if you got a photocopier and like a photo of yourself, and you photocopy it, and then you get the print of that photocopy, they will look the exact same. But then if you get that print and put it back in the photocopier, and then you do it 1,000 times, eventually the photo will be barely recognizable, or you'll actually look like you've aged. And that's one, how you age, because your cells are just replicating each other, but it can never be a perfect replication. And that's why cancer can tend to be more common older you go. So for sure. Thanks, Winnie, for saying they're worth listening to. It's awesome. It's if you just and the Aussie Legionnaire says it's easy to find just on Spotify. If you just search 25 Stay Alive, you'll find all 6 episodes, soon to be 7, on there. I just have to find the platform that will work for me. Can you listen to podcasts free on Spotify? Yeah, Andrew, 100%. The podcast will always be free on Spotify. Oh, actually, sorry. Andrew, if you go on my YouTube channel, I've got all the podcasts as well on my YouTube. There's no video to them. They're just a blank photo. But you can listen to them all on YouTube as well as they're on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and they're all 100% free. Always will be free to listen to. Excuse me, too much talking. MA says there's a young boy in that community named Zeke, if I'm right, who's had brain cancer for a while and fought through. He's recently gone in for mega therapy. I'm actually not. Maybe MA, you can type what mega therapy is because I don't know. But it's fantastic to hear that he's fighting through that. That's fucking awesome. As we know, this disease happens in particularly a lot of young people. So it's fantastic for Zeke. I'm sorry for pronouncing his name wrong. Zeke's going through this for sure. It's all, maths is all rigged. It is. Yes, thank you for Math's opinion. Poor men are treated so hard. Look, no, mate, it's fucking everyone on that show. Like, it's not only, I think a lot of people jump on the bandwagon. It's been like almost a trend at the moment to be like, oh, fucking men are getting treated badly on the show and women are doing whatever on the show. But like, it's fucking everyone. Like on Maths especially, because I watched it a little bit just for some like goss because my life's boring. But like it's both ways. Like that shit, like some of it said is just fucked. Like imagine if I sat across a table from you and like, oh, you're just a fucking dickhead. Like like no one I know does that. Like I've never seen that happen in my life, and I've met 10,000 people. So like, surely they're actors. Like maybe someone can give me some insight. Surely they're paid actors. Like they'd have to be. And imagine I'd want to be paying you well. Like if they came to me and were like, Willy, I'll give you $5,000 to look like a dickhead in front of 1 million people. There's no fucking way I'd do that. Like hell no. And I'll like some of the filming I've done for TV, like it's fucking obvious. There's a massive, like there's a camera like this big, like huge in your face. Like you can't forget that it's there. Like, and these people are just, it's literally just them trying to get like Insta followers. Like that's like it. It's like I'll go on this, I'll become famous on Instagram, and then I'll sell City Me Tea and I'll make a heap of money. And then if you look at like some of the people on like the last seasons, and they're like clasping at stroke. There was one dude, I can't remember his name, but he was selling at like Bondi Beach, got caught selling selfies with himself. Like he was like, I take a selfie with me and for like $2 on like the last season of Maths. And I'm like, oh my God, like how like your fame's just been there and it's just skyrocketed down. Thanks guys for all the awesome things about 25 Stay Alive. Yes, that's awesome. Would you ever be worried about possibility of road genetics being passed on in your spawn? It's actually something I haven't talked about with a doctor, so I actually don't know. I don't. This isn't hereditary, so I don't think it is hereditary. So take that sort of on. What do they call it? What do they call it in politics? Where you're going to go find out the answer to a question. But yeah, 100%. I'll look. I'll actually ask. I'll ask someone a professional about that because I don't think it is. But if it was, I say to answer that, if a doctor said to me, that this is hereditary, I definitely 100% not have kids. But if I wanted kids, I'll just adopt. So fucking no way. I find it weird to talk to Hugo, being that he's an officer and you're enlisted. No, like, I don't find it weird talking to Hugo. Like, I talk to officers every day of my life anyway. But the good thing with having Hugo being an officer and being enlisted, and in different corps, we have very, very different outlooks on things, or different experiences, I should say, in defence. So it's not just two diggers talking shit. There's one digger talking shit, and then Hugo to come and clear everything up for me. And as well as I'm writing a post, I'm like, Hugo, you're an officer. Do a spell check on this for me. But it's all. I don't find it hard at all. I reckon it's awesome. I must be blind. I'm not sure if that's in regards to. So I didn't even know what it is. Apparently, they wipe the body with chemo and grow everything again like stem cell. He's on Facebook as Zeke's journey. Little fight. I hope he pulls through. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I fucking we all do. This is why I raise money. Is not for myself. It's for guys like Zeke. I'm not sure how old Zeke is, but that's it's a fucking hard one. But hopefully, with fundraising, whatever, that more treatment is available and better treatment for guys like Zeke and better care. Oh my God, you're right. They were right in front of me. I'll see myself out. Yeah, they're just right there. 5K per word. Yeah, true. Yeah, advertisement. Oh wait, I haven't put my Kmart $1 bottle. That's my advert. Eugenics. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Can you please spell check this? Yeah, I think he can redline things for me. Nah, Hugo's a lot better written than me, at least. If you read a post on 25 Stay Alive or whatever you like, yeah, look, definitely, is probably Hugo writing it, not me. I just talk shit with a heap of swear words. Oh. Stem cell transplant. Yeah. Yeah, because you've had that done, haven't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, Shawnee, but you've had that. You've had the stem cell transplant. That sounds fucking horrendous. But that's definitely blew my mind when you explained that to me, of how they can do like a full stem cell bloody reboot sort of thing. Like they Sean will go over it more. Sean can go into more than me, but as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, they literally like take everything, like all your white blood cells, platelets, whatever the fuck, out of your body, like everything. And it's like hitting reboot on your computer. Like they put it all back, they take it out, clean it all out, then put it all back in. I'll take it under advisement. Yes, that's what I was looking for. But yeah, they put it all back in. And it's like, holy shit. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Yeah, that's just medical science is one of those fucking incredible things that is absolutely killing me. And that's for that was for lymphatic cancer, Holly. With Olstar, he went through that journey and then fucking crushed it. So he's got a friggin' amazing journey as well, like for sure. Yeah, no, this is so the full name of therapy is myeloablative surgery. Yeah, so also lymphoma stage 4. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're in remission right now, and that's just fucking epic. And cooks the best fucking barbecue ever. One of my big things is I lose all my taste, like all my taste buds fuck out on me for chemo. And Allstire, who's Piggy Blinders on Instagram, brings me like fuck the best jerky ever. So like I struggle to taste things, and he brings me this super hot jerky, and it like can actually punch through like the dead taste buds. So it's fucking epic. Like I'm so about it. Yeah, it's bring more, Sean. Bring more. I will pay you to do more. Like more for me. I froth your jerky. Yeah, stage 4. Damn, son. Yeah, that's true. Like to fucking come back from that, man. It's absolutely fucking. You're a badass. I bet you're hard. Yeah, that's true. My digestive system doesn't really like all the hot food I eat. Because my because I can't taste anything, I go to like super spicy food so I can taste it, and it goes to shit. Biltong, yeah, fucking A. I like oh yeah, you go, yeah. Zeke Lance, yeah, Zeke does sound like a bloody legend. Sean's fucking doing well. He's a fucking legend. Sean dropped. Actually, Hugo, next time you're down, we've got to catch up with Sean. You got to have his jerky. If you like jerky, you'll fucking love it. It might not be good for your digestive system, because I know you're fussy, but it's worth whatever sort of shit you have to go through for it. It's worth it. Yeah, I just got sent a meme on Instagram going, me at 17, I can't drink, vote, smoke. This kind of sucks. Army, lol. Here's a tank. Yeah, that's true. Very true, but awesome. Yeah, and he also has an awesome collection of military stuff. Yeah, Hugo's like, here, like, come on, Willy, get on with it, mate. We're talking tomorrow. You can't get rid of all your good material. No worry, Hugo. Tomorrow morning, I'll have a heap of black coffee, and I'll be good to go. It's pity we're doing it so early. I might have even had a beer. Yeah, that's true. Anyone suffering and previously had, and the thing is, yeah, actually, no. Before I go into that, Hugo, yes, you need a mustache. You support Movember so much. Like, Hugo's a massive Movember supporter, which I am as well. Like, I think everyone is, but and everyone should be at least. But yeah, we need Hugo with a Mo. Yeah, but that's true, Holly. Suffering or previously had cancer is a fucking cruel beast to us all. And if you think about it, and this is true in Australia, 100% right. I googled it after I got told it off. I got told it off a doctor, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I don't believe it," so I'm googling it. But like, in Australia, 50% of people get cancer, and 30% of people die of cancer. Of just everyone, a lot of those people are old, but 50% of people get cancer. Like, it's fucking so common. And it's something that touches us all. At some point in your life, you will be affected by this. So, yeah, we take it out because it's fucking tough. Yeah, Hugo, there's people, you need a Mo. You need a Mo. Like, everyone's about this. Unit cred. I don't know. I don't know the exact unit, but I don't know what you guys like it, but he needs it. Yeah, I agree with you there, Style. Cancer is worse for those around you than the person suffering from it. 100%, man. I'm glad it's me and not like a family member or a really close friend. So yeah, I guess it's almost easier for me than just seeing someone go through it. 50% during the podcast. Yeah, it's true. 100%, Wendy. If you look it up, yeah, you look up in like any medical journal, and make sure you look at Australian ones. 50% of people will have a cancer at some point in their life. Get a fake one for the type. Well, Baz is gonna have a fucking tattoo, so he's getting it too. You guys, Mo only comes out in November. Very city. Errol Flynn, look it up. Yeah, for sure. With you, yeah, mate. Mo made out of tractor tire carved with a Dremel. Actually, that'd be sick. Maybe I could carve out some like old tire ones. I just made 50 more bucks for my Kmart bottle. Naturally, if Willy said it, it's true. Don't take everything I say for truth. I do talk some shit, but like as far as like facts like that, I'll actually fact check it before I do it. No, you don't need a chick from Mo. Look at Mo. Like, no, mustache is like completely fine. There's like rules around it, but who needs rules in life? I don't need that shit. As soon as November comes around, I get the Tom Selleck or the Freddie Mercury comments. Worth it. Yeah, man. Yeah, best Mo ever. Freddie's is sick. I'm totally down for that. So good. Oh God, we almost finished this half an hour ago, and we're still talking. It was like I was talking to a mate on the phone the other day, and it was like 3.5 hours later we were still on the phone. I was like, oh my God, how have we been going for that long? Same with this. I'm surprised you guys aren't all sick of me. Like, we still got 16 people watching. I'm not sure how many we got. We at least got up to 24. I know that much. So that's sick. But oh wait, I think I've got a message. Anyone who follows my like I'll call on Facebook, call it a business Facebook, but like not my personal Facebook, my other Facebook, I am the friggin' worst at replying to messages there, because I know why. Like, I don't know if anyone else runs another Facebook page, but like the inbox is different to normal Facebook. It's like the most shit. It's like a Gmail thing. So I literally have like an automated message like, hey, message me privately or like personally, or or my Instagram. Like I check them eventually. It's just really slow. Sorry, it's a question from before. Don't worry about that. Already answered. I must have got it on Instagram as well. Yeah. Baz. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It's the freaking worst. Righto. So 2.5 hours. Righto. Last minute. I'm giving you to 2 hours and 31 minutes to type anything you want for your last says before I log out. Or if we get too much, I'll keep talking, but no one wants to hear me talk shit for too long. I agree with people around suffering. I've had about 4 people in my life affected by cancer. Presently, my dad is dealing with some throat, tongue issue. My brother-in-law, yeah, man, it affects so many people. I'm sorry to really hear about your family. It fucking sucks. And it's so hard for everyone. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, and sadly, it's just part of humans. But there's definitely some really, really good, research going in. And don't think we're going backwards. The research is only moving forwards. And there's plenty of people out there affected by it. Yeah, Holly, I've worked in oncology wards. Hardest thing to see. Yeah, oncology wards are fucked. You go in there and you're like, fuck, these people all have cancer. Yeah, it's a really, really hard thing to see. Yeah, man, that's hard it's hard with people that are closed off about it. And it's the way a lot of people go. I'm very open about it, but some people find it easier to be closed off. And that's a hard one. I find opening up has helped me a shitload get through what's happened. Like, because it's easier. You guys, the more open I am with you guys, like the more, how do I put it? Like the easier it is for me to express things. So like if I'm open about my cancer or whatever, I can express how I feel. And you guys, I know there's no judging from people, but it's like, I don't have to double tell everyone. And that's the reason I started my Instagram originally, was like, just, it was just like, so I don't have to send out 1 billion messages at a time. Yeah. Like, because I was just struggling, like sending out a fucking trillion messages of what's going down. So I'm like, fuck it. Start Instagram. I'll post a shitload of posts about like what's going on, so people can just see one post, read it, and then I don't have to explain it personally to every single friend and family member. And then it sort of blew up a little bit, which what's cool. Like I don't mind it. Like it's easy. Like I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, opening up has been one of the best things I could have done. Yeah, man, 100%. Like, don't sort of, and of course, cancer journey is your own journey. But I find being open, especially with mental, like, and I'm gonna take that out. No, not cancer, but any sort of mental health journey. Being open is so much fucking easier. Holly said, I saw you did a meet and greet type thing in Adelaide a while back. Have you done any more since? And would you do it in other cities? It wasn't like a meet and greet. What it was it was called Willy's Brew with the Crew. So it was actually just before Christmas. A lot of people struggle around Christmas time, just due to people have a significantly different family issues. Everyone does. So it can be a really, really hard thing for people around Christmas. So I had this thing and especially being with other family, it can be hard to get out of the house even. Or it can be a lonely time for some people. So I held at a cafe down the road at Henley Beach in Adelaide. And I booked a big table, and it was like, anyone who wants to come, hang out with a bunch of people, a bunch of really good people, and just have fucking coffees. So we went and we just drank some fucking brews. I got locked in the toilet, and we had to kick down the door. I went to take a piss from my own event, got locked in the bathroom, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then there was a firefighter and a cop came to my event, and I was like, yeah, there's a cop and a firefighter, go get them. And they fucking had to kick in the door. So I'm sorry to the cafe, the Little Shoe. I held one event and had to get a freaking door kicked in. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I'd love to. And Holly, I don't know what city you're in, but honestly, I'd love, anytime. Like, I'm always up for that. Like, not a meet and greet. Like, I'm not fucking famous for that. Like, that's fucking A-listers. I'm like a Z-lister. Melbourne. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. Like, I'll be in Melbourne a couple of weeks. I should be there. Actually, yeah, I'm there late April. 100%. I'll put up if you see me put up a post because I'll fucking probably forget this. Send me a message and 100% I'll be up for a couple of brews in Melbourne. 100%. It'll be sick. We'll see who else is there. There's the Willy the tripod in the store. You think felt? Yeah, fucking hell, that sucked. Short hop from Canberra. Yeah, very true. So I flip tour, brew with the crew. Yeah, I'd love to. It's just like if I was like a millionaire, it's just what I'd do, like full time. I'd just like travel around having fucking brews with people. Like that'd be sick. But I gotta like think about my own my own financial limits too. Because everything's donated, of course, to charity. You know, I fund all my own shit. So I'm like, fuck. I want to make every event, but it's got to be financially sort of suitable for myself as well. Especially because I've flown business class a few times. I've been like, fuck it, I'm splurging. I'm a Virgin like Velocity fucking platinum member or some shit. I'm gonna fly business for once. Everyone should do it. Do that. Like I'm not a big bucket list dude, but fucking fly business once in your life. Sell a jacket that should bankroll a few trips. No, I can't sell the shit. I love that shit. I need every single jacket I've got. They're all actually no, I've got a few that are the same. But fuck it. If you find something you like, stick with it. Righto. Last 25 seconds to ask anything, or else I'm rocking. I'm gonna go to bed. It's like fuck, it's 10 o'clock. I've been doing this for what, 2.5 hours. So last minute to chuck anything on. Training courses in all the cities. Yeah, that's what I need. I need to just travel around like any training course. Wait, I think I just got another question, but we'll see. I know I'm blowing out my own times here. Fruit Loops or Nutri? I don't eat cereal. I don't drink milk. Like unless it's in like a cappuccino. But even then, I'll go long black. I don't do cereal. But if I had to choose, Nutri-Grain's better to snack on out of the packet for sure. But yeah, if I ever run a brew for the crew, I'll run a brew with the crew again. 100%. Come along if you're available. Like, it'd be sick. Like heaps of guys from one of the gyms I'm associated with, being run of the mill. They came along and that was awesome. So yeah, no, for sure. CBR. Yeah, that'd be cool. Go and do that. I'm waiting. Bloody business Facebook slow as shit. So I'm just waiting to see if I've got this question. What is it? Oh, yeah, Mike. Yeah, awesome, man. I'm just gonna write this. As well as if you missed part of this like live thing or you want to watch some back or whatever, if you're interested, I'm going to save it. Like YouTube saves it and then like automatically posts it to fuck. No, sorry, YouTube automatically posts it. It might go in a folder like live. I'm not really sure how it works, but it will be reposted on my my YouTube, so you can go and that. The same as all my. I'm trying to do more videos. I just don't want to do too much shit. So for sure, really, what's for Perth for? I'm not going to. I'll go to Perth for my tire flip, but that's about it. I've never been to Perth. I'd actually I've heard it's lovely though. I'd love to go. I've got a friend who's just moved there, so maybe that could be my excuse to rock across. It's funny. I have one of my friends who was on here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. He does like live streaming like this for free, like full time. I don't know, I don't know what he talks about. Like, I'm like running out of things. Come to Perth, my unit will sort you out, whatever you want, mate. Yes, I'll be there. Whatever I want. What if I'm like, I might put in some really fucking weird requests and screenshot that and be like, hey, bro, you said whatever I want. I want this exact thing. Nah, for sure. That'd be sick, man. As well as like, if you see me go somewhere, like if you see like a post and I'm in Sydney or Melbourne or whatever, or Perth or whatever, fucking hit me up. Like literally just fucking like writing, like, hey, Willy, do you want to catch up? And I'm like, yeah, man, that'd be sick. And you Martians will sort you out. Actually, that's true. I want to be carried around on a big chair. I want this big red chair that I've got with like stilts. Like I want it on a stretcher, and I want you to carry me into like a danger zone. Can you get that done? That's what I'm requesting. Maybe the ADF could fly and speak to troops about cancer awareness. Jesus, that'd be the dream. I cop enough shit about bloody cashing on this anyway. Imagine if like all the haters. Perth has great beaches to flip tires on. Do it North Beach, get the SAS to rock up, flip tires. All these blokes with blurry faces go and flip tires for me. But that's the problem. If they came, I couldn't have any bloody photos done. It'd be like, look, you'd know. Have you seen those photos where they blur out everyone's face, but like one dude has his face there, and it's like when you know you're not mission critical. That'd be me if I did it down there. But no, 100%. There was one or two flips in Perth in October last year. At some of the gyms, so for sure, that'd be cool. The guys who have BJJ, that'd be sick. Swanbourne Beach, yes, Wendy, I'm on your side. We've got to do a tire flip at a nude beach. There's Maslin's in South Australia, and then Swinburne, whatever it is. Nude. Imagine that. That would be the most like unattractive thing ever. A naked tire flip would be fucking disgusting. Like, oh no, we can't do that. Imagine that. That'd be fucked. We could do it. Maybe that can be the next fundraiser. You're right. That would be confronting as fuck. I don't know what and because you're all lined up directly behind that's the last thing we need. Like literally, no one wants to see me doing that. Trust me. Oh, that'd be good. It's all one. There's a fucking brain cancer dude swim that Charlie Teo runs anyway. So that's cool. I wish I could see, maybe Speedos. Naked tire flip. Actually, that'd be cool. We could do like a whole naked calendar behind it. Yeah, that'd be heaps cool. Dick dragging in the sand, just great. I don't know who you are, Sean, but my dick isn't dragging in the sand. Even if I am squatting down, flipping a tire, it's not there. Holly, okay, Holly, I will do a naked calendar, but you and everyone else in this conversation has to take a month. We've got 14 people viewing. Everyone else, 12, 2 of you are off the hook, but other 12 of you, who's in for the naked calendar? You're just going that deep. You got some great depth. Yeah, there's no way I have that much depth. Shorty's March, righto. Baz, you're in. Wendy, you're on. Nah, Andrew, you're selling your camera, mate. You can't be in it. Yeah, righto. You can be centerfold. You can be Mr. January. You can start us in. Shotgun like March are gone, so my birthday's gone. I'll do like Mr. December. So I'll bring up the rear. You can have like a poster each one. Yeah, Dion, that's fair. Yeah, we don't want to get charged. I don't want to end up in jail. Yeah, we did these calendars, and now Willy's in jail for 40 years. There's like an undie run as well in where is it? In Warrnambool, my hometown. There's an undie run, but I think they run them everywhere. Where you do like a 5K in your jocks, and they raise money. I think it's for cancer. I reckon it is. And that'd be cool as fuck. Yeah, that's true. Is that the one, Wendy, for Warrnambool, the Children's Tumour Foundation? If it is, that's cool as fuck. I'll definitely, if I'm back in Warrnambool and that's on, I'm fucking doing it. You'll see me. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so it is. Have you done it, Wendy? Have you done the undie run for that? Might as well. Yeah, you may as well just report everyone. Just start reporting. All over Australia. Fuck you, that's sick. So Wendy's done the undie run. You're cool. Well, unless someone can prove otherwise, you're the coolest person in this chat. You righto. I'm officially in 1 minute ending this at 2 hours and 45. But that's been really good. Hopefully you guys want me to do something like this again. Yeah, Andrew, for sure, man. That'd be sick. Hopefully, like, you guys enjoyed this. I hope I haven't spoken too much shit. If you want to watch it back, it'll be saved on my YouTube channel. And if you want, like, if you want the link, just inbox me on Instagram. I can link you to it if you can't find it. As well as anything else you need, just message me, and I'll find it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed a bit of a Q&A sesh. And thank you guys for coming. Like, I think there's been people here who have been here the whole time. So that's fucking amazing. I wish you guys could, like, I wish I could work it out that you guys could, like, somehow like, come in and, like, video Skype with me. Maybe there's a platform I can do that. So yeah, not sure. Yeah, Shawnee, for sure, man. Definitely go for a meal and a drink. That'd be cool. Actually, message me after this. We'll sort something out. That'd be cool. Every time you go over though, we talk for like 4 hours. It's like oh my god, we have like one little we're like, oh, we'll have a coffee, and then like 6 coffees later, it's like, fuck, let's have a beer. But yeah. So if you guys are keen for more Q&A sessions like this live, it's fucking really easy for me to do. And I enjoy doing it anyway. So yeah. Yeah, Discord. Is that for like I'm actually thinking of maybe doing these on like Twitch if anyone has experience with that, if it's a better platform than this. Yeah, Andrew, that'd be sick, man. So yeah, I think Twitch might be a better platform because there's like less people there than Instagram. Even if we've got like 20 viewers, we'll actually get like more. We'll probably even get like the fucking homepage. More Q&As was fun and fun. Yeah, if you're keen, I just don't want to spam heap of people. I don't want people like, oh fuck, all he does is talk shit. But yeah, Q&A. If you think of any questions, do you reckon it's better like this, me doing it with you guys posting questions in the chat, or should I post a like one of those chat question things on Instagram, get all the questions and then answer them there? Not sure. Either way. We fuck it. We can try both. I think this has been fairly successful though. Yeah, mix it up. Yeah, we'll do both. Fucking why not? I'll just inbox every question I get. I'll inbox. I'm like, this is the link. Come and watch it here, and sort of spam my own YouTube. You're so great at this. You're so quick answering questions. It does. Oh, thanks, mate. It's easy if you just speak about like shit from the heart. It's fucking easy. It's like I find it awesome. This was way good. Yeah, I'm so glad you chat room with Mike's untrue videos. That'd be cool because I'd like to have like actual discussions with like you guys. Like although I think these would get hectic if there was like I'd have to be like administrator like with you guys in the fucking pineapple incident or the Euros or the freaking kebab. I'd be like, oi, fuck off. I'd be like I'd just be like muting people as we go. Nah, but that would be really good. Yeah, I'd mediate everyone. I'd be like, nah, you're muted. And I'd just be winning it. Yeah, I'd rather do a live chat. Yeah, okay. So maybe next time I'll have some preset questions for when I get stuck. But then I'll have the live chat. Are you meaning Bands of Australia? Are you meaning a live chat like you talking or like just posting in the little friggin' box thing here? Did you guys joins an overwhelming screaming? Yeah, you guys would too. Did you guys have to have a YouTube account to post in this, or can you just post it without that? Yeah, I'll have some pre-submitted questions. Sorry when it goes quiet. Just racking up time here, you know. Just doing that. Oh, you need an account. Who doesn't have a YouTube account though? Like people like I don't have one. I'm like, come on. You can literally just click like make with Facebook or Google. It makes one instantly. YouTube chat in the video. Yeah, man. I'll sort that out. I'll see what we're doing. A YouTube live seems pretty good. Yeah, easy as. Righto, guys. So as with everything I do, this doesn't work without you guys, and it's you guys as my supporters are fucking epic. Especially if whoever's been here full time. I'm sorry if I've bored the shit out of you. I'm sure you've had better things to do Thursday night, but I really, really appreciate it. You helped me out a lot. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. Cheers.